Okay.
We on?
I think we're on pretty close.
Hi! Are we on? Yep, I'm Matt Dorkey. All right.
All right. I think we're on.
Good morning, good morning. Hi, good morning.
Oh,
Hopefully you're
looks
coming
like
in.
Olga's already here.
Hey, Olga! Good morning. Good morning. We're in our new space and testing it out, test driving it. We just had the plumber come in. Yay. But we're doing what we're doing. So
Right.
if you've got some questions, throw them out there. And we are looking for Lisa today. Lisa Chandler, Chadwick, something like that from a couple days ago, prepaid, honey. I told her her name.
Yeah.
So
I don't know where I
if she
put
tells
it.
you she prepaid, then be
Olga
be on
said,
the
I
lookout.
need your guidance. Big
Okay.
time.
Do you want to ask me a question for a micro? We haven't even done any micros yet. We're just hopped
We're
on
just
a little late.
barely started.
So if you want one, Olga, I'm all yours.
Oh, hey. Chad is here.
Good morning, Chad. Good morning, honey. Oh, so I freaked out yesterday. I thought I couldn't find Michelle's oils. I couldn't find any of my oils. I'm like, oh no, what if I left them behind and then they got thrown out? Then I found them today. I was like, phew. So excited to find those. Yeah, super excited about that.
Go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. Olga, sorry.
Okay.
When you're ready, Olga.
Yeah, go ahead. I've got the vintage tarot. This is Pamela Coleman Smith, and it's the Centennial Edition, and it's great. It's the old art, but it's really good and comfortable. This is a good one if you want to get a Rider-Waite Smith. This is a good one to have, and then get one that's your typical art. But this one has like the vintage colors. Well, it's also got my super Sharpie line clothing for the star, modesty clothing. But yeah.
Annie's here.
Hey, Annie. Good morning. Phil and I are here today. Phil's home for one more day, and then probably Friday I'll be on my own, and I think I'll go on around 11 on Friday, but I'm not sure. It might be 50-50 whether it's Friday or Saturday, so just bear that in mind. So you got me for a while today anyway, and we'll see if it's doable tomorrow. Well, no, we're settling in, and it's coming along. Yay, so glad the plumbing's done. I can finally wash my damn hair normally, because it's been like wussy, weak sauce, shower water, and it's like shampoo. I do not have all day to do this. And I have like crazy Amazon hair.
So
Okay, yeah.
Chad is putting Angie, meet my honey 317. It is Beth that works with Michelle. She helps and makes the oils too.
Hi, honey. My honey Beth. Good to meet you. Oh, I love them. Yeah, I was tripping out when I thought I had left them behind. I'm like, impossible. And then after I told Phil, I'm like, oh, I think I might have left them behind. Then all of a sudden the memory drops in. Oh, I think I know where they actually are. And I remembered and went right to it. And I was
And
like,
she
yes.
said, hey.
Yeah.
All right. My
Yeah, I
honey
love
said,
that.
hey, yes.
Arabica. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It smells so yummy.
Okay, here's Olga.
Okay, Olga.
Olga put a 23-year-old, but he doesn't want to admit it's so they are together. Is he done with me and us? I'm tired of his BS, and while I don't want to get back together, it hurts like hell.
What do you want to do about this 23-year-old? Or what is, let's just say, what's the best advice regarding this 23-year-old for Olga? Let's just take 3 cards and see what we can do. Prepare to walk away and towards something new. That's a straight up answer. You are ready for something more. You're more than prepared to walk away. You're going to walk away slowly. You know your heart is longing for something different that is more there, more substantial, and start something new. I would not walk towards this 23-year-old. I'm sorry it hurts like hell. I'm telling you, people, we're kind of, as human beings, we're young and dumb till we're about 27, and some of us take a little bit longer, some of us a little less so. But yeah, this is what it is. You are more than prepared to walk away towards something new. Straight up. I beg, bye-bye, sucker. Now, you do what your highest self tells you. And I'm sorry it hurts like hell. But you are worth having somebody that totally is goo-goo about you. Warts and all, flaws and all, everything that's crazy, everything that's a hot mess, everything that's fabulous, all of it comes together. Love on yourself as much as you can right now and walk away from those that don't serve you. Don't spend your time settling for people that aren't worth your effort. Because you deserve to have happier, you deserve to have better. And right now, self-love is huge important. And don't be together with somebody that you feel like isn't giving you what you
He
deserve.
cheated on me with a 23-year-old, and I'm not with a 23-year-old. LOL.
Yeah.
What I want to know is Cruz done with us because he cheated on me with the 23-year-old?
He's done. He's done is what I can tell you. You are ready to be done. I'm walking away. It's not because of necessarily him cheating or him cheating with her. He's just not ready for anything real. That's what I can tell you. You need to walk away. You're prepared for something deeper. You're prepared for something more. We've had Cruz come up in our reads before. I'm telling you, you got to go towards someone else. Anything else she needs to know. Woo, something wants to jump there. Walk towards your 1111. Look, you're walking towards the 1 of this wand. This is walking towards and dancing through something that's synchronized, that's soulmate energy. It's much more twin flame, much more powerful for you to move forward. Move forward. This is weddings, graduations, and birth, and usually this is a card that means April. It's springtime. You could take that to mean April, May, June, anything like that, but this is like what it is. Weddings, graduations, birth.
Shaking my damn head. I don't understand why I can't just get over this. Ugh.
Because there's not something else to fill the space. So it's easy as humans to go over and replay and replay and replay. Start doing new things, bringing the new project, working on the new work, working on the new task, following the new inspiration. Anything that you do that's new. And it's not going to be the same, but it might preoccupy and distract your mind a little bit, so it can interrupt the loop of worrying about cruise or going backwards about cruise. No. Interrupt that loop on purpose. Be very, very intentional about it. You are ready to move forward. It's time to do so. So, yeah, that's what I got for you, sweetie.
All right, Ange.
Yeah. Yeah, Olga's been in a time or two. She's heard me preach at her a time or two. So thanks for bearing with the old lady here.
She said, thank you so much for the confirmation.
You're welcome, sweetie. You are welcome.
All right, why don't you do a commercial real quick?
Okay, let me do the commercial. What we do is this. If you haven't been in before, I'm Angie. I do blind oracle readings. My oracle cards are here if you want to pan over to there. And that's where you don't ask a question at all. You just get the read you need. It's usually 7 cards, 10 cards. I don't know what cards. If there's more to come, there's more to come. It can be 1 deck, 2 decks, 3 decks, whatever it is. You get the read you need. If you want the year ahead, that's $30. A 1-card tarot mini is $30. And a 1-card tarot full is $40. There's 7 to 10 on the mini, 15 to 20 on the full. I get nosy. I get into it. You can pay me at A5C Butterfly, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. And the E comes before the I, so I say E-I-E-I-O. I do have my crystal ball over here and the bones, and I love to do those. Those are my specialty reads and past lives. I do those for $50, and they are super fun. The past lives are super fun. We're recording the whole show, so if you don't get your read, if it gets interrupted, you lose connection, whatever, we'll upload it after this to my YouTube channel, and that way if you've had your read today, you can go back and see it. So, and I'm not great at time stamping on YouTube yet, so you've been warned. You might have to fiddle through. You might have to recognize a day. But show them this. That's what I got. That's what we're doing, guys.
All right, that is it.
Yeah.
And those are the apps we use. Just
Yep.
make sure E-I-E-I-O,
Yeah,
as
if you
Angie
pay the
said.
wrong person, I can't get it back for you. So that's the thing. There are people knocking me off, but that's the way it is with any tarot reader. And I'm never going to approach you. You can approach me or any other tarot reader. That's how it's done ethically. So yeah, if
All
somebody's
right.
like, hey, my love, and reaches out and approaches you, be cautious.
All right, Jennifer
Okay.
has Cash Apped us. Thank you so much for a full read.
Okay.
Just need your question. Need your question, Jen.
Yeah. If you shoot that question in, sometimes in the payment apps, they'll let you have the question and the space to type it. Other ones won't. So if you need to type it in the chat or retype it there. Phil's reading the phone. I'm reading the cards. And I love it that way, but he's not always with me. And so sometimes I'm solo and struggling. But Phil's here. Kim, I think, is getting fabulous hair color in. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but she is. Kim's fabulous in general. Chad's here, right?
Yes.
So, yes. So, and I don't know if Stephanie will be here. Stephanie's one of the others that is here on the regular. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, hopefully. But Jennifer's question is?
Let's see. Looking at growth or development, spiritual growth. Full read.
I don't have a duplicate of this deck, but this is what I want right here. Why do I want this one? I don't know. Okay. We're getting the tilde spread. I haven't done this in a while. It's like this. It looks like, I think it's the tilde sign. Looks like an S on its side or a Z on its side, an ocean wave. What we got? Decisions to be made are requiring strength for you right now. This is very much a protected time, but this is like where one thing is like the other, but it's decision time. This is like a very angely Radley Valentine deck. And there is this like angelic, high harmonic, otherworldly essence around you right now. There might be a little bit of disruption in your field. Disruptions in balance. Balance is here really high, but it feels like if you were listening to 3 notes and one of them was slightly under pitch, over pitch, you would hear how the harmonic was off and need to adjust it. And that's what's coming in with the balance. The strength here to make a decision to go forward. This is important. Your discernment is what's being dialed in and tuned in. You have the Nine of Cups. This is the happy ever after energy, and the Six of Fire. You've had a victory in the recent past, and I'm not sure what's going on or if you even count it as a victory yet. But you should. You should count it as a recent victory. There is more need for balance and discernment coming. This might be a victory in learning a difficult lesson, but moving forward anyway. This feels like recent. This feels like within the past maybe a few days to a week, there's been a lesson of discernment that you have learned. Something more trying to come in. There's balance and the sun coming in on here. This is Temperance and the sun. Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Everything's coming up in abundance. This one, 14, this is Temperance. You're learning to alchemize, and I'm really getting the word discernment over and over and over for you. Looking to things from a different point of view with a different lens. It doesn't feel like it's a 180. It just feels like it's opening up. It feels like more light is being allowed to filter through. We've been hanging up blackout curtains and sheer curtains, and then you have just the window amount of sunlight coming through. It feels like you've been having blackout curtains moving to the side, and then a little bit of sheer curtains, and then now the window is totally clear, like rainstorm over, sunshine coming through. Big time. I don't know if that helps, but there's clarity coming big time. You're keeping calm. There is somebody coming in towards you. Somebody coming in towards you that helps you get your equilibrium. Again, we're getting balance and discernment. Pay attention to your ears right now, like your inner ear, your inner hearing.
So I can understand that.
We've got here the 9 of coins coming through. This one is going to help you get grounded and help you figure out. This is somebody that maybe you can bounce ideas off, or you can talk through a problem, or talk through to find your way to a solution. It might be that there's somebody that has an conversation with you where you just say blah, 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 and they're like, and then just the act of verbalizing it helps you get it. It might be they throw in an insight or two, and you're like, yeah, I got this. This feels like what's happening. We have the 4 of air here. There is a need for more sleep, more rest, a little bit better self-care. Don't be pushing yourself too hard. Just because you need to be strong doesn't mean you have to muscle something through, nor should you. That's the exact opposite meaning of strength. When you see the lady and the lion, she's not wrestling with the thing. In the Deviant Moon, you see them wrestling, and I really don't like that. A few decks will show it muscling through. That's not what strength is about. It's about the gentle nature of strength, the gentle leading. There's a strength that comes over time through a gentle approach.
She had put, oh yes, I'm developing mediumship, and oh yes, definitely on the self-care.
Yeah, good. We've got the 6 of Earth too. Again, we're getting this weighing and scales and weighing and scales. Okay. She needs to learn how to weigh. Lucy's here in the house. She needs to learn how to weigh. Lucy is one of my guides. Very, very peaceful Lucy. She needs to learn how to weigh. Okay. An old school way of writing things down and weighing them. You do a Franklin T. You put pros on one side, cons on the other. You do the T. You weigh it in pen. It's almost like if you were to write the word in your mind, put it on this side, pros, write it in your mind, this side, cons. Go like this, and it's almost like your body is going to tell you. You need to learn how to weigh. There's a different way you can measure. There's a different spiritual weight that you can do real quick. Like, it sounds like some people buy into this, some people not, but muscle testing is a way that people use to test different products and things. This is like a way of figuring out, but you need to literally weigh your options, and balance things. And if for you, it is like standing in your peace, standing in your truth. This is pro, this is con, this like this. I don't know what it is, but this is balance. This is balance. You'll have the flow. As soon as it gets in flow, you'll feel it. Very, very temperance energy right here coming through. Here. Okay, Knight of Water. Ready to move forward. Now, this is a time where you are questing. This is also somebody that might bring messages for you. This is sometimes overly romantic ideals and ideas. Go for the ideal and realize it is an ideal. Go for that. It will act as a guide. It's not acting as a destination. It's acting as a guide, okay? High Priestess is coming in. Yeah. Go for the ideal. Follow what it is that your heart is leading to you, what spirit is leading you to. And then High Priestess, go within. Again, go within. There is something very much like, here's the scroll. If you have 2 scrolls and your High Priestess, weighing the energy, weighing the truth of one versus the other, setting those both down, feeling what's still there, feeling the energy that's residually there. Yeah, this is what you're doing. You're learning the power of discernment that you have from within when you go within. High Priestess coming through strongly. Queen of Fire. Now this one coming through for you, this is where you're confident, you're warm, you're approachable. She's the one that's got all the mojo, right? It needs to settle down. You have a lot of fiery energy that needs to be tempered with the water. It's how you alchemize. It's how you forge steel, right? You see them stick the sword into the flame. They're forging it, and then it goes into the water, right? This is what you're doing. This is how you're getting in alignment for yourself. Is there something else you need to know regarding this? Eight of Air. Yeah. The limiting thoughts and the limiting beliefs, you're letting go of some of those. You're weighing some of those and letting them go. It's important for you right now. I'm getting a reference to the Brombies. We've got unicorns all over here, but I'm getting wild horses and Brombies. If you look at Man from Snowy Rivers, it was the wild horses that were hard to tame, the wild horses that were hard to round up. It feels like your thoughts and limiting beliefs are acting like Brombies, untamed, unsettled. And this is usually limiting beliefs that hold you tight. You need to balance the wildness of thought, but not out of control, and be in charge of the direction that the flow is going in. So go within first, and then you can tame the Brombies. I'm not sure why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting. That feels very complete. Anything else at all? No. Focus on this. The wild horses of your mind need to not take you here, there, and everywhere. It'll limit your capacity to move forward. Go to that scale thing that I showed you and what I was telling you about. This is important for you. This is how you get it angelically supported of your High Priestess energy. It's how you call more in. It's how you guard your own energy. It's how you focus your own direction. Okay? That's what I got.
All right.
Yeah, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous energy. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And Jen said thank you.
Yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you.
Yes, and remember, it's being recorded, so if you want to check out your read later on Angie's YouTube, because Angie always goes out of bounds, well, we're not going to get into that today.
I will move these aside so I can stay more in track if I
You're
need
okay.
to.
You're just
You need a raspberry, is that what you're telling me?
you don't, might as well do it. Yes, okay.
Do you need flying bird or two?
Yeah,
or
let's
three,
do it.
or four?
Just keep them coming. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, you done now? You feel
Are
better?
you done busting my balls?
You feel better?
I'm not done busting yours,
my
buddy.
gosh. All right. Buddy, huh? Too okay.
Buddy, bucko.
All right. Okie doke.
Okay.
All right. Let's pull another one of these out.
Okay.
This is what Angie does.
Tell him.
Blind Oracle, year ahead. The one question tarot, the mini, the full, and the bones. And you also do is the Blind Oracle. You get what you get. No question. You just she'll read it for you. The year ahead is self-explanatory. That was originally done at the beginning of the year, and people still like it.
So yeah.
They still like it even now. They want to know what the year ahead is going to bring from now. And then the specialty reads the bones with cards, the crystal ball, and the past life. She loves doing all those. We did
those.
bones with a crystal. Well, we did the bones and the cards 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And those are the apps we use. All right. Chad said, Phil, she's going to get you. Too late.
I am going to get it.
Oh,
the phone
right.
is right here, but there's more desk space over here, so eventually I'll get it balanced. But whatever.
All right. Next up, we have a full read
Okay.
for, let's see, get it here. It's going to be for Bianca. I read
Okay.
for Bianca the other day.
All right.
So let me just get to the regarding manual. I think that was, there we go. All right. How does Manuel feel about me? Why did he friend request me on TikTok? Did he add me accidentally or purposely? And when will he communicate?
Okay. We need to get those questions. That's 3 really specific questions. Let's get that pared down. Can you read that to me again and we can get a question that's a little bit more clear?
How does Manuel feel about me?
Mm-hmm.
Why did he friend request me on TikTok? Did he add me accidentally or purposely? So that's kind of a combo there.
Okay, let's ask Bianca what she really wants to know. You need to get the question to me that you really want to know, because that's a lot of questions, and that's great if you want to do like 3 different questions. I'll do 3 questions, record something for you, send it back for like $66. But you're already here right now, so if we can get you to be more clear on your question, we can get you a more clear answer. So that's why I'm asking. So give her a second.
Okay,
Give her a
and
second.
the last one was, when will he communicate with me?
I don't know on that. I do not know. So let's just give that a minute so she can really find out what the question is. And then sometimes you'll see me tell Phil to just shh, because I want to get what's going on without being interrupted. So if you ask the question, I go into the cards. Phil, I'm going to ask you to shh on this because she's already given me a little bit of scattered energy, and I want to be more focused.
Get it out of the way.
Because there's a lot of feeling.
Chad loves when you do that, when you shush me. So
yeah, well, whatever. No, I want to be clear, and I want to be on my most clear, and I get distracted as it is. So let's not say that it's just all Phil distracting me. No, I can get distracted too, but I want to be getting you as clear of an answer as I can. So when you get clarity in the question, then we ask and we go in, and then if we want to go in deeper, we'll look at that again. So we'll see.
All right, we still haven't heard anything. Oh, of course, Chad put jackpot. Yes, because that's what
jackpot.
He loves it. He loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you just want to start? See if she comes through.
Well, no. I want to give her a second. She's probably typing, and for
okay,
me,
got it.
Typing on there, I put so many typos it takes me forever. But we're asking about Manuel.
She just put why did, okay.
Why did?
he added me.
Why did he add you? Okay.
On TikTok.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So I'm going to summarize it this way. What are his motives, feelings, and intents toward you? Why did he add you on TikTok? That's what we're looking at.
I was filtered, she put.
Gotcha. I get that he wants to be the nice guy, and I also get that he wants to have his cake and eat it too. That's not necessarily a bad thing. He just doesn't want to be the bad guy. He's a little bit reluctant, and he does see that there is something that is valuable there, but he's a little bit reluctant. Reluctance is right here. Boundary is right here. The momentum here and the discernment here. I think he likes having a lot of eggs in his basket and like having a lot of options. I don't think he wants to burn bridges. That's the overall intuitive feeling that I'm getting from here. This observing things, seeing things, and then the desire to move forward. He wants to be able to move forward later if he feels like it. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that's the best thing or that he's going to do that. It feels like he wants his cake and eat it too. And it doesn't feel like he's been bad or been a real scumbag, so to speak. But it feels like he wants to leave options open. I think you want to be more than an option. I think that he's still trying to figure out who are contenders, who are not contenders. He's still growing up. The Five of Wands, there's a lot of competition on the deck. It's not just you that he has friended on TikTok or in other things. I think he's trying to leave doors open and not burn bridges, as they say. The Fool. He's on his way to new adventures, new journey. He's at the beginning of something. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the conscious thoughts. He does see value with you, but he doesn't want everything to be too quiet, and the environment around is quiet. He likes having a little bit of noise going on. He likes having lots of irons in the fire. Just too many damn cliches. He likes having many choices, many options. You are one of them. It doesn't feel like you are his only option. He doesn't ever want to hurt anybody's feelings. He probably isn't one that likes to go into conflict. A lot of us don't like to go into conflict, but he might rather leave the door open for a soft landing or for a possible reconnect later, and it might not serve you well. Queen of Cups is his hopes and fear, the love lost. This is the one that reflects on the past, and did I give too much away? Did I not give too away? Then reestablishes, reevaluates what her dreams are, reconnects later. This is somebody that's a little bit drama, tender heart, the Wheel of Fortune. The timing isn't right for you and this person is what I'm feeling. And his timing he's still growing into. This is an outcome for him down the track. I think the reason that he friended you in this way is he wants to keep that door open. He wants to keep you still dangling on the hook to some degree. It doesn't mean you should go for that. But you asked about him and his intent and what it was. He still is like looking, scoping out the scene. Anything else? What's coming up for him in the future? Just to look so you can get an idea of the lay of the land going on. He's going to get stuck. His perspective will shift. He's going to learn temperance and he's going to learn partnership down the track. But it's not here yet. He's not going to be anywhere close to being ready for real relationships for a while. He still is trying to figure out what he wants, and he hasn't made decisions yet, but that's down the track. Anything else? No, there's nothing else on him. I want to see what's going on for you. I'm going to slide all of this forward, and I want to see what's going on for you. What do you need to know going forward in romance regarding whoever the other is or regarding yourself? What do you need to know regarding yourself is most important at this time?
Okay.
He might be a perfectly good dude. I'm not getting jackass energy or anything like that. It's just he's not deeply into it. And I'm not getting the meh, he's not that into you. He's just indecisive, and he's just figuring shit out. That's all. He can't. We got to take time sometimes. So we meet people and there's a good connection, but maybe it's not the best connection or the best timing. We don't know. So what's in this for? What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know? Be wise, be discerning. You know the truth of what you want. Hold to your integrity. You are ready for the deeper adventure. There's going to be more illumination coming on. Guard your pennies, guard your heart. Keep your heart guarded. Don't open it to just anyone. This is the card of the miser that be's a little bit stingy. You need to be a little stingier. Now, that's not often what this advice is from this card, but that's what's coming through. You're a little too vulnerable, a little too into a relationship a little too quick and too fast. So hold back just a little. Invest in yourself first. Then we have the Strength card. Something about August coming in. When we see the Strength card, it's an 8 card, and it sometimes is an indicating of August or Leo season, and that's what I'm getting. I'm getting Leo season, not Leo person. I don't know what that's about, but that is what I'm getting. Then you also need to be very, very fair-minded with yourself. Cut the shit about yourself. Know what it is you're looking at. Know what it is you're seeing. Just because you pick up an object that's really, really cool and you're glad somebody invented it, doesn't mean it needs to go home with you. Just because you date somebody that's really interesting and kind of cool, doesn't mean they're the one for you. It doesn't mean you should quit playing the field either.
He's a Leo.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily the one for you. I think he's a teacher or friend or somebody that teaches you something, but I don't think it's going to be ready for something in depth. I would go very slowly with this one and give it like at least 2 seasons of time, which means spring and summer or summer and fall. 3 to 6 months. You tend to go head over heels, heart in really too fast is what it's feeling like. Slow it down. Slow your roll. Guard yourself. Guard yourself. If this is somebody that you are serious about, you make him work for every ounce of your time he gets. And if you're giving away your time, your heart, your energy too freely, if you're too available, you need to be more rare like gold. Make it harder for him to get good stuff.
We haven't spoken in months.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's your person. I feel like Leo season and Leo charisma is something you might have a little bit of an Achilles heel about. So guard yourself a little bit more. Leos can be super charismatic. Oh, my ex-husband was a Leo. Super charismatic at the beginning, and then not the love of my life. I got my kids out of that one. Great, fabulous. The love of my life, he's reading the phone right now. That's Phil. And he's not a Leo, he's a Virgo. So you go for a different sign altogether if you can. I'd avoid the Leos. Leo season, great. But this is something where the sun is coming on things in a really good way. As the summer progresses, as you take more time to guard your own heart, it's important for you. And be really, suffer no fools. Put up with no bullshit. This is like she is very logical. So lead with your head, not with your heart a little bit more, okay? All right. That's what I got.
Ooh.
Yeah. Really, really beautiful energy. Yeah. Your energy is like, you might not know this about yourself. You've got very, very dynamic, very, very flirt when you don't know energy. I'm getting like, and you don't even know sometimes. So sometimes you're going to attract people to you that aren't necessarily good for you. You in some ways have a little bit of honey aspect, a little bit more honey than you know, and you're telegraphing that out in a way that people will notice you, and you need to separate the non-contenders from the serious contenders, because you're cuter than you know. You could just be doing your regular thing and people hit on you, and that's great for the day, and they can distract you. And it'd be like, no, fool, you're too young for this. You don't even know what you're doing. Get the hell out of there. Leave her alone. Go to somebody that's more serious. Be careful with your mojo, honey. You don't know it, but you got to be careful with that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo.
Sorry. Sometimes caution comes into the end. It's like, whoop, okay. Yeah. You're slinging the vibe when you don't know you're slinging the vibe. Yeah.
All right. She put, thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
And Miss Melissa, I'd avoid Leos too.
I'm telling you, they're not, like every sign has their pros and cons, right? Every single sign has that. But for you, Leo season is good. Leos themselves, not so good. That's what I got. I don't know why. That's what I'm getting. So, there you go.
My ex was a Leo.
Mm.
And then Steph, our Steph, I'm married to one.
They're charismatic as fuck, but they're tricky little bastards too. So
Bianca put, I have a Leo problem.
yeah, well, that's because they're charming fuckers. Sometimes they are very charming. They can be. But if you know that you're like have a type that like kind of shoots you in the foot, don't go for that. If you happen to be the time like Steph, you're married to one, so obviously you can manage them well. But yeah, good luck. Fingers crossed on that. So yeah.
Okey-doke. All right, we have one from Steph.
Okay.
Scorpio Sun Tarot, just waiting for her question. We need
Okay,
your question, Steph, when you get a
little more
chance.
water. I haven't found my singer spray yet. Damn it! I've got to find it. I swear, I thought I saw it the other day.
Our Steph put, I'll keep him on a leash.
Well, whatever works for you.
All right, Marie wishes, hello, it's been a while. How are you? Could I get a reading if that's okay?
Sure. The paid list is open and going and going. I only did like one little quick micro. If you've got a quick micro, I'll throw 3 cards if you want. I know you've been in here before. So if it's quick micro and you just want 3 cards, great. If not, we'll get you on the paid list. I think you know the
There it
paid
is,
list.
yes.
So there we go. So, but absolutely.
That is our paid list right now. Right now we just have Steph right there, Scorpio Sun Tarot. She is next up. Blind Oracle, Year Ahead, the mini, the full, the specialty reads, the Bones with Cards, Crystal Ball, and the Past Life. And those are the absolute.
And we are recording, and we started at 11:11 today. It's 11:41, so if that helps you later when I upload this to YouTube, you'll know approximately how far into the show we are. So, yeah.
Okay, so Steph's question is, and it is a full read.
Okay.
My account is being mass reported by someone. I don't know who it is. Will this be resolved?
I'm getting a hater's gotta hate. I don't know who it is either, but there feels like this envy energy coming through, a little bit of jealousy energy coming through. You might want to double check your keywords, and I think it will be resolved. This is coming through just straight rapid fire. I think it will be resolved. You've got to be careful in what you're saying so that, you know, you're not sending up flags. But if you've been reported and it's not a valid report, they're usually quick to turn it around. Yeah, there is this energy around. I don't like when these kind of readings come through, but it's not my job to edit the reading. It's my job to give you the message. There's somebody that is adding insult to injury. Somebody maybe fucking with you a little bit. So I don't know that you can single it out, but you can get a little bit more clear about what's going on.
I've built this account for 4 years and they're reporting every video.
Yeah. I don't know if you've got a backup video or if you can put like, Phil and I have put different words so that people that, you know, when people think, oh, if you read tarot cards are going to hell or whatever, and the Bible thumpers come through and tell me I'm going to hell or whatever. So if you put some of those keywords in there to help filter that out, that might be better. You're getting a little bit shell-shocked, but I would definitely appeal whatever it is. I think it will be resolved, but I think you're going to have to do some also fine-tuning and dialing in. Juggling is coming through here. And this feels like you're recalibrating some of the settings on who is coming in or who you have come in. I'm also getting, change it up for a little while, change up the time of day. Maybe this person, this is the time of day that they go and be trolled. They go and do their trolling thing. Maybe you change up the time of day when you're actually trying to do what's going on, and that might change it a little bit too. If somebody's just sitting on their lunch hour being a troll, and you're no longer showing up on their lunch hour feed for a while, it might be good on that way. I'm not sure other than that what's going on. The Ace of Cups feels like there will be emotions over this, big emotions, big opportunity to move forward. From the shell shock position to the moving forward. This is you in the now. This is the environment around you. Somebody is trying to do manipulations and influence the energy around you. You need to be on your guard, so to speak, and use a sense of discernment and guidance as to when you want to do this. But you're going to need to recalibrate and redial in so you're not such an easy target for a venomous person. I'm not sure what that's about or why, but that's what I'm getting. I don't like delivering that because that's not usually, I don't want people paranoid. The universe is generally conspiring for us. So know that as an underlying thing for all humanity. The universe is conspiring for us, not against us. So when we are led to make recalibrations and redistribute our energy at different time points, then try that. It might be very, very helpful to you. Knight of Pentacles subconsciously, this is something that you are prepared to do. It's going to be a change. Somebody sees what you're doing, and there is benefactor energy to be had around you as well. You're in the energy where you're refusing to do a change or refusing to make a calibration is going to block you and be in your way. And there is a little bit of a soul growth lesson in this for you. I don't know what that's about, honey. And I wish I could just like flip the light switch and fix it for you. In the future is the Ten of Pentacles, but there is a little bit of soul growth. I want to double down on this and look a little bit more.
I've created a new account and feel I have to start over. I have almost 100,000 followers.
Gosh. Yeah. It probably will be resolved. I know that some people have had some trouble as of late, and if you've got too much hot gossip going on, or if you've got too much, then they feel like it's who was doing this? It was fair usage versus content, that kind of thing. Sometimes people are a little bit weird. What does she need to know to go forward? What does she need to know to get over the hurdle? 3, please. Protect what is your priority. Protect what is priority. Somebody's trying to take from you. Don't be adversarial. Just put out the best you can. Keep it positive and put only positive forwards. You may have to have the new start, and it will balance out eventually. The universe is doing something, trying to give to you right now. But it is a little bit of a hurdle to get over. I'm sorry this is going on for you. It doesn't feel like it's going to be resolved quickly. It feels like it will get resolved, but it's not going to be resolved quickly. And it may serve you well to build the other one as well, which is so tricky. So tricky. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
I'm literally devastated. This is my livelihood.
I hear you. I hear you, girl. I really do. Yeah. And I would appeal it. I would appeal it. Let them sort through it and let them look at it and see what's going on. Because you've got the 5 of Swords here. It feels like bullying with malicious intent is happening towards you, and I'm not sure why. And I can only suggest what I suggest. But what it's showing is you're going to have to figure out what is your priorities, be strategic in what you're doing in order to move forward. In with
Can you
something
see
new.
who it might be?
I wouldn't have a clue. I mean, if you have 100,000 followers, there's no way I would know how or who that is better than you would. There's no. This is what I'm getting about this person is they have sat around to be calculated for a bit in their messaging. This feels like calculatedness. Let me scooch these over so you can see. They've sat and thought about a way to be calculated, and the Knight of Rods. So if you've picked a minor fight with somebody, they're going to disproportionately fight back. This is not where fighting with the trolls serves you at all. This is coming up very, very cold King of Swords. Very, very calculating energy. And it will put you in a defensive mode. I don't know who this might be. What I'm getting is this is not the time to pick a fight of any sort or to worry who it might be. Instead, clean up your account in the ways that you can. Like, you may not have done anything at all wrong. I'm not blaming and shaming at all. What I'm saying is you may need to choose more words that will select people out. You may need to block more people. You may need to be a little bit vanilla-ish for a couple of weeks just to help sort things. If people are just trying to get a rise out of you, push, and that does happen sometimes. People can be assholes, but a hater's gotta hate. And if you're no longer, like, think about narcissists and narcissistic food and supply. Study up on that. That's what you can study to outgame them. You need to get gray, rock, and vanilla for whoever is doing this. I don't know who it is, but they're having fun doing this to more than one account. It feels like they are doing this and they're playing games with multiple. So be aware. All I can tell you is do your best. Lean into spirit strongly on this. And clean up those keywords, those blocking words. Clean up what you're doing. If it's user this, user that, blah, blah, blah. If you're needing to build something new, if you're feeling a little shell-shocked, you are resilient enough to build something new. But I get how big of a loss that this could feel like. And it may not be that way forever. It does feel like it's going to get resolved. But whoever it is still going to be lurking, watching. This is why I would change the time of day. And I don't know what that's about, honey. I really don't. But that's what I've got. Yeah. I wish I had something like, yeah, his name is Joe, and Joe 1234, that's who, and just block him tomorrow, and everything is... I'm not getting that. I'm getting it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you.
Will creating a new account be a good idea?
Yeah, I think it will. Now, this is another question that I'm happy to look at, but I feel like it will be a good idea for you. Let's look up just a little bit in the longest dream for you. Yeah. I like to support other creators, so Phil, get her name and we'll follow you. But don't get into stupid wars or petty wars or anything petty in any social media accounts. It's just not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy, and it's not why we're here.
I just meant, is it someone close to me that I know or just random?
I don't know. It's somebody that's strategic, and I think you've shared a little bit more than you think you have with this person. So I don't know if they're just random or not, but they've watched you long enough. So that's about the 5th question she's asked. This is a 1-question read, honey. So I know you're reading the screen to me, and I know she's wanting to know more information.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do. We're looking at whether it's really, really worth it to
Yes,
start a
said
new
I'm
account.
Pants Steph. I've
Okay.
had readings from you from my personal account.
Gotcha.
And I followed her back for you.
Yeah. If we weren't following, we would be, but yeah, if we are. Yes, start the new account. Yes. Fuck yes. You got the world here, and you see the heartache here, and then you see the high priestess here. Now this is secrets and mysteries unfolding, but the world is showing an end. Start the new account. Don't be crazy. Be crazy. You might be managing both of them for a while, but yeah, start the new account. This feels really good. Stepping through graduations, completions, new lessons. It might be that you start the new account. I wouldn't start it with the identical name. I would start it with a little bit of a different name and a little bit of a different angle. I don't know if that's making any sense to you, but that's what I'm getting.
All right, just hiding the toplessness.
Yes. Love it. Look at this. You got the Hierophant. Yeah, you have access to something that's established, higher wisdom and inner higher wisdom. Yes.
Woo.
Yes, you should. Yes. That comes through a straight up yes. You've moved beyond the heartache. Sorry, that was a little.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I've got it. I'm going to pass you this so I can go through and put the Sharpie clothing line on this deck. You guys, I'm sorry about the defaced tarot. The art is beautiful, but some of them I don't want to get banned, and I got somebody that was all crazy about that before. So
exactly, we've been through that, been there, done that.
Yeah, and it sounds like you're going through a little bit rougher version of that than we went through. But good luck.
She did say sorry for all the questions.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. I would be curious too.
I'm so sorry for all the questions. I trust your readings so much.
Yeah, and go leave me a comment on YouTube, and if you're on the YouTube platform, I'll follow you there too. And I'll probably put today's, it's 11:52 on my clock now. We started at 11:11. So if you look for this a little bit later and leave a comment, then I'll follow you. And that way you can have a little bit of, I think it's wise to have more than one, and a lot of us are probably going to need to create a little bit more than one. We can support each other that way.
All right.
All right.
Woo. Okay, you have somebody, Marie Wishes. Don't know if you remember me. I've been to Tea and Tarot and I moved, so I haven't been to one in a while.
Okay, all right. All right, I think I do remember you. I think over at Conjuring Tree. So yeah, good that you're here. Glad that you're here.
All right, let's see.
What else are you seeing here?
Chad had something
Okay.
a while back. I'm scrolling. Scrolling. Let's see, it's been a while.
Okay.
What type of spiritual wise? Let's see.
I don't know what he's seeing.
Oh, okay. Angie, this is from Chad.
Okay.
Will the cards tell you what something is? Like, what is a person's backyard? What's in a person's backyard? Sorry.
Okay, so the tarot cards are a little bit more esoteric than that. They're a little bit... they're not as literal. If you want the more literal Larrys, you should try Lenormand or Kipper cards, because sometimes they do. Lenormand and Kipper cards are like a little bit more like the blunt friend. So the cards can. Sometimes the tarot cards will give that, but they'll be a little bit more vague. Tarot is more vague than Lenormand, flat out. So yeah, if you have a specific question, we can look at a Lenormand. Like sometimes in Lenormand, people will be like, oh, I lost something in my house. Where should I look to find it? Blah, blah, blah. And they might get coffin, which the coffin is one of the cards in Lenormand. And it could literally mean that it's in a box. It literally could be in a box in your house because it's showing the box. So it could be, coffin could be laying down under the bed. It could be that literal. So Lenormand is very, very much literal. And there's Raina George's book on Lenormand. I'm stronger in tarot than I am in Lenormand, but it's interesting. And they are the ones that are more literal. And then Kipper is even more literal than that. Cyril Marchetti has a Kipper set and also a Lenormand. And the Kipper set might have family living room or something like, you know, the High Guard or specifics, but it's more nitty gritty and it's got more peopled cards in Kipper, people and places. Lenormand might have dog or snake or coffin or scythe, things like that. So, or mountain. So it's a different divination system, but those ones are a little bit more of the literal Larry, if you want to call it that. So.
Okie doke.
Yeah, good question though. Good question. So yeah.
All right. And this is for Bond. Yeah, Kim and Chad have put you out there. This is Angie's prices, Blind Oracle, you're ahead. The mini and the full prices, those are the card ranges. Angie always gets nosy. You get nosy, right, Angie?
A little. Just a little.
So you'll
I
always
want to run get something. So you
go,
can
go,
have
go.
something for a minute. I'm
All
going
right,
to-
and these are the specialty reads. Jeez, Ange.
Whoa. Nice catch.
She just plowed into something like a linebacker. All right, and those are the specialty reads, the bones with cards, crystal ball, and the past life. She loves doing all three of those. Those are the bigger reads, of course, and they average about 15 to 20 minutes. These are the apps that she uses, and there are two on the list right now. We have Brittany, then we have Bianca. So if you'd like to get
right.
on the list.
Okay. This is what I was looking for the other day, and I am going to be teaching.
Chad said, "Book, thank you."
Oh, you're welcome. I am going to be teaching some of my Tarot Plus classes as increments, and I think they're going to be about $80 an increment. But if you want to get all of them, this is what I had offered before, and I was looking for it the other day. So this is some of the things that I'll be teaching. I'm going to do the Zebu and light language type of class, and that is going to be the second week of May. It's $80, so if you want to do that, that's great. So that's something, if you know tarot already and you want to open up some of your other spiritual gifts or try approaching them. Sorry, I'm a little winded. I ran so fast I knocked cards off my table. So I was like, ah! So I moved and I forgot that I was as fluffy as I am, and I ran to the cord.
So, and
Awesome.
Kim put, Ange, you need to do classes on both Kipper and Lenormand.
Now, I'm not really great at Kipper and Lenormand, so I might have to think on that, because there is ways to do it, but I don't know that I'm super great. It might be like, if I were to do that, it might be like I'm a student and I'll just facilitate the class or something like that. It might be a little bit more like that, because there are certainly people more qualified to teach Lenormand, is what I would say.
You should definitely break them down into individual modules, Kim put.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the Zebu and light language module is coming first. It's coming in May. It's $80. So that's what we're doing.
All right. And by the way, Kim is done with her hair. I take
Yes,
it.
I take it. She's back, and I take it as fabulous. Good.
Okay, just getting the list updated here. We have Brittany, then we have
Okay.
Bianca, and then we have Alicia.
Okay, does Brittany
Okay,
have a
Brittany
specific question?
does have a specific question. She is a full read.
Okay.
I'm in transition phase in my career. I need some guidance / focus. Bianca, you're on deck.
Why are we here? We're in Brit's Third Eye Tarot. I don't know why we're here, but we are. Everything feels far off for you. Just give me a second. All right. This is where we're seeing you now. This is going forward. This is almost like a rainbow that I saw an image of, and it came to mind again, and it's like it was over the top of some water, so it looked like a full circle that's going to come around here. It's telling me that this point right here is like an interesting pivot point that will bring you around, loop around a circle and a lesson. This feels like July energy. I'm not sure why that we're getting that just right off the top. Let's see what's going on. The sun coming on about the gift that you're moving forward, the opportunity that's moving forward right now, the sun about it. And you have the Page of Wands. This is, you need to put the word out, put the message out. It doesn't mean you have to spend every damn dime in advertising, but don't be afraid to talk to other people about what you're doing, what your new endeavor and excitement is. Not so you're going to diffuse anything, but by the way, word of mouth, advertising, word travels. Don't be shy about what you're choosing to do that's new for you. Knight of Cups, there's a reason this ideal appeals to you. It's something that is pertaining to the heart, a change that appeals to the heart, and it's okay to talk about. You're going to be juggling things for a while. You've got the Ten of Wands here. Be careful and guarded about your time and not taking on too many of other people's problems right now. You're going to have a full circle lesson where you're spreading yourself too thin. I want to see what's inside the heart of this. Temperance is being learned, and the Five of Pentacles. You're spreading yourself a little too thin in a certain way, and it needs to stop, and it keeps you from feeling like you've got your own needs met. And this is sometimes the person standing outside the church, and they feel like they're the outsider. You're not the outsider, but it's going to take a little time of balance. This Temperance card is coming in here. Show her that. This, I was telling you, July, it feels like 2 months beyond this is what we're at here, and then the Five of Swords. So you're going to have a little bit of trouble coming to your own balance on this. It's not the end of the world. So when I say this to somebody, it doesn't mean you're bad at it. It just means you're learning, and you're learning with new things thrown your direction. A lot of new things coming your direction, and you might feel a little like the outsider or the interloper, or that you need to walk away from something. Let's see what can we learn about this, because it feels like you will need to walk away from a battle. Choose your battles wisely. Choose the art of negotiation wisely. The art of negotiation is coming in for you. Very, very, be mindful of the words you choose to speak. Be mindful of them in the environment, in the realm. How powerful your words are, you underestimate. Rethink this a little bit. I told you that over here as far as what you're saying and promoting. Do it, but speak it in a positive way. Be mindful of the words you allow to occupy the space up here. 7 of Cups, pie in the sky thinking. There's a little bit of confusion on there. And then judgment. You are getting to this point where you're going to have your higher self bring you back to where it is you want to go, but you're going to have a little bit of looping around. It's so interesting it came out in that way, and then this comes around. Now let's see what's going around here. King of Pentacles is coming here. We're getting September, October energy coming through here. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why that's about. You will have this resilience. It's like you are learning. This is a lesson for you. You're getting the back to school lesson, and this is coming through a little bit around September 22nd to the 27th. I really would write that on the calendar. I don't even know what the fuck that's about. But I would watch for that, because you will have learned by then what you're evaluating, how you're sending your energy. It's like, why wouldn't you get yourself back to school supplies, back to school, things that you need? And why would you be taking care of everybody and their damn dog first? No, 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 no. Not the way for you to do. Be resilient about what you need to do and stand strong for your own need. King of Cups, keep calm, carry on. And we've got the 7 of Swords. Again, protecting your priorities. It's how you get the gold. It's how you get victorious. It's how you get the gold medal. It's like how you win, how you get victory. We have the 6 of Swords. You walk away from what doesn't serve. You're going to have experiences of different people and things along the way, and this is meant to teach you, not to throw you too much into a loop or into much of a dither. It's meant to teach you, and you're going to choose, and you're going to be more selective. It doesn't mean that you can be selective now and have everything thought and planned for along the line. But what I'm getting is, as you go forward, you're going to be culling and cultivating and more choosy and more selective and more discerning. Nothing wrong with that. So instead of thinking I want the Santa Fe burger and waiting for it to come in, it might be you only want the fucking guacamole that's on the Santa Fe burger. You know? You want what you want, and it is coming towards you, and you're recognizing that after this period. It's going to start you again, and it's something that you wouldn't have a way of knowing ahead of time. It's something where you're learning your discernment through experience. You got the 9 of Cups below at the baseline. You've got the 6 of Cups here. This is nostalgic offerings, lighthearted friendship offering, this energy of happiness and delight. Soul path, contracted path, contract, soul contract, and 5 of Cups. Now this one, these are all been emptied out, and there is one that is waiting, and you had the Ace of Cups in here already. Where was your Ace of Cups? Why did I feel like that was in here? You have the Ace of Coins and the Sun. I may have misspoke, but it feels like Ace of Cups is right here. Anything else? We've got July, August, September. This is going to be circling back through the year. Let's see what's shooting out the other side. A ribbon on its side, like, you know when you have the ribbons, like a red ribbon for this and a purple ribbon for that, pink ribbon for breast cancer. It's like, that's October time, October, November, that kind of thing. It feels like that's coming through, and the ribbon has been on its side. It will be righted. It will be uprighted. You'll have learned. This is what I'm getting. We're going through this way. Yeah, you will have learned and graduated. You will be discerning. You will have been able to choose. The Robin Hood moment earlier on, November, you're walking through. You have graduated in the Hermit. It's a soul lesson you're meant to have. That's what's going on. That's what's going on for you. It's huge. Keep following the path that you've chosen career-wise. Be discerning in how you're messaging things out. And as you get more and more clear about what you do, it's not that you're taking missteps. It's that you are finding your own way. You're navigating the path. You can't be through the other side of the forest without stepping around a tree or two, stepping over a bramble. You have to navigate through it. So that's what I'm getting. You're doing well, real well. That's what I got. And this is Brit's Third Eye Tarot. It's really a fun one, even though it's modern art. Really is. It's a loud one. It's a crackly one today. That's what I got.
Wow,
Yeah.
Edge.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, you got some really specific timestamp. Usually I'll get maybe one timestamp. Well, I don't know if that's even usual. How would I know what's usual anymore? You got a lot of timestamp, but you already know that. So, all right.
Woo, all right.
Yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
All right, Edie, put these cards cover themselves.
They do, they do. Okay.
All right. Let's make sure that Brittany got it.
Okay, let me get some water.
All right. So our list is Bianca, next up, Alicia, then Tammy.
Okay.
All right, making sure Brittany
Can
got
you
it.
see that okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we'll post the recording of the show later, so if it glitches out, this newer iPad we have, it's not the most brand spanking new, but it is so much better than the one that's
Well, it just has
bajillion years old.
space.
It's got space.
Yeah.
I accidentally left it on the other day and it recorded like 10 hours of just nothing. I was like, oh, glad to know it could do that. So yeah, it'll record the whole show and you guys can fast through or fast back.
All right. Hey, Bond, what app did you use? It didn't just come on the notification thing.
Is it Bianca?
Venmo. Let me look here.
Yeah, if it's just a little bit late, then we're just going to go with it. Like, we've had them sometimes show up like 2 or 3 hours after the show, so.
Now, Bond, all I have is Alicia and Brittany, who we just did a read for. So just check the spelling. Let me get the thing. That is,
The E comes before the I in feisty, and just double check that, and it's a feisty butterfly. So double check that, and then we'll just do what we need to do. Let me know.
yes. And Charlotte, yours just came through. Oh, there we go. There it is.
It came through. Okay.
Okay, Bond. Gotcha, Bond.
Gotcha, Bon.
Bond didn't hit send. Hilarious.
Oh, okay.
That happens all the time, believe
It
me.
does. It does. It's
So
all right.
we'll get you in. You're going to be number 4 on my list, Bond.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
I thought you said Bianca was next.
Bianca's next,
Okay.
but I don't see Brittany. Well, if you're still here, just remember your read is on. Will be on YouTube later.
Okay.
Okay, we have Bianca,
Okay.
and Bianca is.
Okay.
Should I send the message I have typed to Manuel? How will he take it?
Okay. Is this a full or mini?
This is a mini.
I'm not loving this. I'm really not. There's just back, forth, chaotic energy. This is what comes first. This is like what's in your head, this romantic dream, this romantic idea. But I wouldn't send it. I wouldn't send it. I'm getting this is what's in your head, and I'm getting this is kind of what's being seen. It's like, no, I wouldn't send it. This is coming through like Old West Saloon Girl more than Victorian era image. But this is what's going through. He's talking with his buddies. He's talking with his friends. I think you're worried far too much more about him than he is for you. I think you're investing way more time and energy on this person than they're willing to invest on you. And that doesn't serve you. I don't know how to say this nicely, so forgive me for being an asshole in this next moment, but you're not living in some Disney Hallmark movie kind of situation with this person. This person needs to figure out their shit, and if they really think you matter to them, they're going to make it known. I wouldn't. You need to ghost them back. That sounds like very mean, but you need to back off of this. You need to not push more, put more effort. No. No, if they want to figure something out, this is old lady talking here, so forgive the assholery coming through.
The message just asked why he added me, and I was taken back by it.
Yeah, and what I'm telling you is you don't need to reach out this direction anymore. You let him do the reaching towards you. You let him do the reaching. When a man wants something, they go and get it, and then they ask forgiveness later. If they want a Game Boy, if they want a hot dog, if they want whatever, they go and get it. They don't think about it, justify it. It is your turn to be rare, your turn to pull back. If he added you as a friend, whatever, you can add back, but I wouldn't spend days and days typing back and forth with this son of a bitch. If he wants to make the effort, make him do the work. Make him do the work. You've got some kind of notion in your head in how this is going to go, and I don't think it's going to go that way.
Okay, I didn't add him back.
Yeah, just make him do more work is what I'm getting. Like, this comes through strongly in this picture here. Look, She's focused on this guy that's down, and there's somebody behind her, and she's not seeing the full picture. It feels like you are not seeing the picture. You're looking through a very romantic lens about this situation in general, and frankly, it feels like there needs to be more time that passes so you will not feel like you're one of the options. Again, here's the options coming through. One of the options, one of the options. Let's look a little bit deeper, because right now this feels like what your energy is in, and you're in this hot mess energy. You're very much in a romantic notion about the whole situation, and you need to strip the veneer of shiny romance off this and just have this be a person being a person, and you are a person being a person. I wouldn't put romance ascribed to this any further. At all. At all. We're going into one more tarot from Lena Rodriguez and see what else. I wouldn't message him. Anything else you want to know? This notion of what you want here, when the blindfold comes off here, there's something in the energy that wants to come in for you, and it feels very much that it's blocked by the situation that you're in. If this is the idea that you want, get rid of this overly romantic one. Get where you can sit and have a real conversation with somebody that's important for you. And it feels like there is someone else. I do not know what that's about, but that's what I'm getting. What else does she need to know? Oh, ho, 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 ho. This guy that you think this devil, like I once had, should I go back to him? Will he come back to me? And the devil came up so quick, and it was like, if he comes back to you, fucking run. That kind of thing. Because he's presenting as the Knight of Cups, player, lady, slayer, sleeps with everybody in town. Happy to have you as an option, but not committed to anything. This Two of Cups soulmate partner energy that you want, that you desire so badly, will not be found with this person. This no. So what else does she need to know? Be aware of the toxicity or the old attraction, the old way of doing that makes you feel chained to a person when you need to let go. You need to let go. The idea of having the perfect match, the perfect partner is great. We all want that. Many of us want that. But it just might not be this person. It needs to be somebody you could actually relate to, actually have the fucking conversation with. Let's see what else. If you want somebody that's a little bit deeper, you got to start shopping at a different store, sweetie pie. If you want an empty-headed beefcake that's all about image and all about surface stuff, then you go ahead and go to the very charismatic, muscle-bound gym rat if you want to. However, if you want somebody that's deeper than that, you might not find them at the gym rat looking at their own muscles in the mirror. That kind of thing is coming up as an analogy.
Okay, hold on a sec. I am glitchy on my end. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, hold on a sec. Hold on. It's skipping.
Okay. Is she
Okay.
glitching?
Hold on. Okay, it looks good on my end. Does it look good for you, Bianca? Kim says it looks good.
Okay.
I just want to make sure Bianca. Yeah, Jess says it's back. Good. Okay. Okay, just go for it.
Okay. This is what I'm getting as a final. The nostalgic rose-colored glasses need to come off, sweetie pie. And you need time for self where you guard yourself a little bit more, where you retreat. Take yourself off the shelf for a while, or off the market for a while. Hold yourself back for a while. This nostalgia is getting the better of you regarding this situation and regarding romance in general. Romance isn't always what we think it is. It isn't always the flowers and the chocolates, or somebody that's thinking of us all the time, or always sending us the love letters or the messages. If they can't back it up with their actions, then they're not a serious contender. If they're a serious contender, their actions are going to show you this phrase, the actions speak louder than words. They do. So the actions are important. Don't be dissuaded by the shallow, pretty, surfacey stuff. No. Even though that's great, who doesn't like candy and flowers, and who doesn't like attention, who doesn't like pretty words? We all like that. But it's time for you to let the rose-colored glasses go about how you do romance and how relationships work. Because it's not just chemistry, it's not just heat in the sheets, it's not just attraction or initial attraction where everybody puts on their best face. It's like seeing them through a season or 2 seasons, or when they're sick as a dog but you still give a shit to go over. I mean, do you want to deal with this person when they're sick as a dog? And how would they handle you if you were like throwing up, This is where you want to start paying attention to the deeper level things. How do they do in other commitments? Those kind of things. The rose-colored glasses must come off regarding the devil of the past, who is indeed the player. That's what I'm getting. And you need the rest and the self-care. And this is where you gotta shower yourself with the things that you love to do, the things that make you feel valuable just in and of yourself, and let somebody new come in. And there's going to be a space of time where you have just for taking care of yourself without all the distracting chaos of other. It needs to be there. And I would give yourself some time with that. It's important for you. That's what I've got. That's complete. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. When this comes up, fuck him.
Jeez, Angie. God. Oh, everything was going so good.
If you were my sister, that's what I'd be saying. So, sweetie,
Oh,
you
wow.
are worth somebody that just adores you and is crazy about you, and that you have clarity on, and you know that they're going to take. You know, if you're throwing up your heels, they're going to handle it. If you're having a rough day and looking like hell, they're going to handle it. It doesn't have to be all rose-colored glasses. No, 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 no. You need somebody that can handle you in your ugly, meanest, rattlesnake mean state. And if they can handle that, then maybe they're a contender. Maybe they deserve it. Maybe. Yeah.
Right. And she did say, okay, thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
And
You're
Edie
welcome.
put, that was a wowza.
Yeah. And let this fucker get out of the way. All right?
Yeah.
Because he really is slowing down your progress to what is deeper and truer for your own soul. All right.
All right. Are you doing okay?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay, Ange.
Good. Good.
You-
I should
All
ask
right.
him, right? I should.
All right. We're going to close the list at the top of the hour. So you got about 44 minutes or so. If you've never been with us before,
I love
this
tarot,
is
guys.
Angie's
Love.
tarot collection. Mind the stand. That's the stand that Angie
Yeah,
uses
that's
when
the
she's
samurai
solo.
This is the tarot. This is tarot.
And they're just about all displayed again. You can see a couple cards
I feel
way
like
out
I
there.
might need to get a new deck soon.
Yeah, she hasn't got a new deck in a couple weeks.
Because
She's-
we've been busy fucking moving. But, you know, Kim told me about that Eads deck where they combined the Prisma Visions deck with the Oracle. It's like, I'm about dying on that one. It's like, woo, I would love it. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. So, yeah. I love tarot, guys. I love it. I've been reading for 28, it's got to be closer to 29 and a half years now. So, yeah, for a while, for a day or two.
So Alicia put regarding Bianca, they will love you in every season if it's real.
They will love you when you're ugly. They will love you when you're having your jackass moments. They'll love you when you're being a bonehead, whatever, when it's real. And there are times when there's chemistry, really good chemistry, or we think this is the one, and we're just meant to learn. And you know what? That is called being human and learning. And I think in this particular window of time in history, we have multiple lifetimes and multiple lessons that people for the last 200-300 years didn't have because they didn't live as long. So sometimes we're getting crash courses really fast. It's really difficult in Earth School right now. So learn the lessons you can. There are some people that, you know, your mama might not think that this is a good thing to say, but there are some people that is good for the lesson, good for the learning, good for the loving. There are some lovers of the past that are great to have, and you might have a soft spot in your heart for them, but they aren't the love of your life. That's how it is.
Miss Melissa said, do you know, or is asking, do you know what deck you have used the least?
There's a few that I've thrown out. The Star Trek Next Generation deck sucked dick. No way to put that nicely. I hated it. It looked like mannequins. That's probably the one I've used the least. There's some that are super pippy, and I tend to use those a little bit less. There's a Q and E one that the cards are so small. I thought it would be cool, and it's just like, So, some of them like that. There's some of them that you use them as tarot, and then when you realize they read Oracle, then you're just going good. So, yeah, that's a hard question, but yeah, that's probably the least is that one. Like, urgh. Every once in a while you get one that's like, yeah, that's not gonna, that's, you know. So, yeah.
Kim said, yep, Next Generation.
It's awful. Don't buy it. And I liked that show, but the tarot people,
Didn't do a good job, Angie.
not by my guess. And clearly I like all kinds of different art in my tarot collection, but yeah.
All right, so we have 4 on the list.
Okay.
Alicia, Tammy, Bon, and Shay.
Okay. Who's next?
All right. Let's see. Alicia is a full read, love read.
Full read, love read. Full
Tammy, you're on deck. I need your question, please, when you get a chance. Tammy. Little decks make my hands hurt.
I've got these littles right here. And these are like duplicates and backup. Like this is my fourth of this. I've got 3 full size and then this littles, but they are a little bit tricky. They're great for traveling, but they're really small. All right. Alicia, full read, love read. We've got Tarot of the Unfolding Path. We're getting like gentle ocean energy coming in. What is this about? Sorry, there's lawn work going on outside, but we're getting gentle ocean energy coming in. Like salt air, ocean, vacation, sit on the rock, sit on the rock. This all feels like the now. Tell me the story. It's a little staggered. There's an ebb and flow and really, really good energy coming in. Let me put this right here for now. This feels like the now. The Wheel of Fortune has just barely turned. The 7 of Cups. You're thinking about love, thinking about possibilities and options. You haven't made any choices. There's lots of possibilities going on for you. Lots coming in. Some might disappoint. This is a time where the fruits of the labor are coming forward, but not just yet. So this is the time where the love energy, apply all the love in the world to self, guys, in general. But for you specifically, it's important to water your own garden first. Take care of your own needs first. Huge important. There has been some wounding of the past. It's not going to keep you stuck forever, but it has been wounding of the past that you need to move beyond. Showering yourself with all the love and considering that there are possibilities is important, but really, really tending your own garden is super important. The Wheel of Fortune is trying to get this period of time, and I am getting like this is feeling like, are we getting 7 weeks? Are we getting a little bit longer than 7 weeks? This could be a little bit longer than 7 weeks. Like it feels like mid-June you're ramping up to something. Like this is the garden's thoroughly watered and starting to produce in mid-June is what it's feeling like. As you're going into July, now July, now flow. Yeah, now flow. Yes. Midsummer is when romance is going to be really good. This is feeling like from mid-June and going through July, things are going to be unfolding and opening up in a good way. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, but it's not quite there yet. Your question is just a little bit ahead of where this is. What we've got is you really fully ready. I'm giving this as a mid-June date. I don't know why. May, just water your garden, take care of yourself, self-love, all of this, recover. Play the field, but don't play it serious. It's like going to Baskin Robbins and you get the taster spoon and you try this ice cream, you try that ice cream, you try bubblegum, you try chocolate, you try vanilla, whatever. You don't have to commit to any one flavor, really. You might like try 5 different flavors and be like, yeah, I guess I'm not in an ice cream mood. That's okay. Knight of Coins, ready to go forward. Look, ready to put new plants in. Really, really beautiful, ready. The conscious of the tower and what you built before that had fallen. Moving forward. The towers are beautiful. Conscious thoughts, mid-June. This is like your head has been in a little bit of a spin. Whatever you have built up that failed and has fallen, you're going to be able to let go and move beyond. We got the Ace of Cups presenting new. You're consciously aware of what you did to kick the rubble out of the way to get the tower. It's like you're in free fall right now, and you will be thinking of it. You haven't quite landed and kicked the rubble just yet, but you're getting there. You're getting there. We're getting this again. This feels like mid-June. This feels like now. Be in this area here where you're just getting ideas, getting excited about things, excited about making choices. King of Coins coming in here. This is you really, really over time. You have accrued wealth, accrued energetic currency, and been disciplined in creating something, creating value over and over, stacking and building. This is what you're doing in the next little span of time. You're rebuilding your own energetic currency, your energetic muscles. You're rebuilding self-love, self-care. You're reprioritizing yourself as the thing to handle first, the one to take care of first. Resilience is coming in through here after a little bit of battle. Now this is somebody that is resilient. Their comeback strength is strong. This is good to know. Subconsciously it's there. Don't focus on what went wrong or who isn't there. That's a good way to keep who isn't there continually at bay. Focus on the energy that is there that you're experiencing now that is good, that is joyous. That doesn't mean purple wash anything. Experience the pain if you need to. Don't dwell in it. You can manage this. Temperance is right here in the energy. You're manifesting and alchemizing the flow of what's coming in. You're changing things. So instead of thinking pie in the sky thoughts, you're getting more grounded and you're wanting to choose what was over here as a thought in the now energy of April, May. It's in the thoughts. It's in the ether. You get more selective, more choosy in these cards here. Recent past. Now this is, since we're going in June here, this is probably reflective of right now into April. This Four of Swords, this rest, retreat, take care of self energy right here and here. This has been wounded and this is taking care of yourself. You're reflecting on that. Chariot, momentum going forward, loving that, loving that. Again, we're getting that 7 energy coming up. Loving that. Singular focus. Take care of self first. Love hard on yourself, guys, because then you're attracting a different caliber of person to be around you and with you. And you're attracting more of the good that you deserve when you do this. If we had been taught this, some of us have not been taught this or conditioned to do this until later in life. If we had been taught this sooner, it would have been good. But we are capable of rewriting our history, understanding, reframing our thinking, and reconstructing what we want to build forward. This tower that falls, you can rebuild something entirely different.
This is amazing. My person and I met up after 4 months apart, rebuilding things new and improved. He'll likely be back sometime in May, June again.
Yeah. Don't get too obsessive about anything about what your partner's doing right now. Allow it to be more balanced and allow you to do what is important and priority to you, because your world needs to orbit around. If you want your heart's desire, you're the one that's in charge of creating your happiness. Then the other person, if you're in a happy space, it's just easier to build together. It just is. If you're happy on the inside, it's easier to draw happiness towards you than making that somebody else's job. They're busy trying to figure out their own happiness too. So if you both can be in that space, then awesome. Then that chariot moving forward and that momentum is fabulous. Here we have this brand new, huge, big gift coming forward. And then here, the sun. This is beautiful. Yeah, that's what I've got. The time frame is right. The time frame is right. This is what's going on. Anything else you need to know?
Indeed. Took me a long time to learn that lesson.
Yeah, keep applying that, because sometimes even though we've learned it, even though I have learned that, sometimes I still do stupid things and it's like, oh, why did I say yes to this, or why did I not, prioritize a little bit differently? It's a tricky thing to learn because we're taught sometimes that taking care of our needs first is selfish when it's not. We need to take care of our own needs first in order to be able to better take care of the rest of the world and offer more to the world from a space of fullness. Queen of Swords. Cut the shit that doesn't serve. And this feels like the little nitty gritty. It doesn't feel like relationship. It feels like energy drains. Be aware. Be very, very aware. Cut the shit that doesn't serve. The things that's wasteful of time, you're learning to pare those out, to cut those off. If you have a plant and you've got a leaf that's kind of brown and dying or not good, you don't want the plant to use its energy on the leaf that's dying. You take that one leaf off and the plant overall has better health, and the water you put in goes towards the remaining. That's what I've got. That's complete. Gorgeous. This is terribly unfolding path. Yeah, gorgeous. And that's what I got.
Okay, Ange.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. Yeah, and this one, I was kind of reluctant to get this deck. It is gorgeous. Like, I may need a second one of this. It is that beautiful to me. I had no idea. It shows up like, okay, interesting, but when it's in your hand and you feel it, it's lovely. I love this deck. Love, love, love it. So, yeah. And it's one that, on first glance to me, was just like, So good. So good.
So Alicia put, have had multiple exes texting and calling, told them to pound sand. They want it. LOL.
I salute you, man. That's excellent. That is great. Yeah, they can pound sand. All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I love that. Now I know why I was pushed to do love instead of blind.
Yeah.
Love read instead of blind.
Yeah. Yeah. If you told them to pound sand, good on you. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, they might get your time for a minute, but it's like that fool me once. You know the rest of that. Okay. I'm going to get some water.
Okie doke. All right, next up we have Tammy.
Okay.
Tammy is a full read general.
Okay.
Bon, you're on deck.
I am shocked. Okay. Full read general. We go from the Tarot of the Unfolding Path to the Doodle deck. The Doodle deck is a great one. This is one that even like my grandson, when he's over, he can play with these. So I ended up getting 2 of these. The Doodle deck. This is like, keep it simple, stupid. This is what's coming through. You know that phrase, keep it simple, stupid? It's, yeah. Keep it super simple, keep it simple, stupid, whatever. Simplify, simplify, simplify is what I'm getting for you. Full read general. Okay. Keep it simple. We're going to an inverted V for you. you're going to get this inverted V, and it's like almost like you've got this structure. Like, do you got another pen? No? Yes? No? Give me your pen. It's almost like it's going like this, guys. Imagine these are the same length, and you're building something, building something, building something, then flipping it, and flipping it into the right direction. I don't know what that is, but just think of like the arrow point here, building, building, building. Once it's built from here to here, then standing up, flipping it. That's what I've got. I don't know what that's about or why. Let's take a look.
She said yes.
And this will have keywords on it. Phil can show you the keywords. I'm reading the cards. What's coming through is what's coming through. Keyword decks, don't be shy. If you like keyword decks, great. But if you don't like keyword decks, you're not confined to them. They're there to help. They're there to guide. It doesn't mean that that's all there is. I can spend the rest of my life learning tarot, the rest of my life, and still be like, okay, whether I jive with this keyword or not, you do it what resonates with you. All right. This part is a smaller thing. It's an easier flip. There's a substructure, a substrata. I'm thinking of Gothic cathedral type arches. Something about that. I'm not an architect, damn it. It feels like there's a substructure in there. So I don't know what that's about. Support beams, support beams, support beams. You need to let go of some of the hardship in order to get the support beams. 1 second. That was crowding me. Okay, now I can put these over here. These here. Let's read. This is the substructure. It's like this is going to need to be here. You can't take other people's problems on. You can't go to every battle, even if you're right, like 99% of the time. The whole world doesn't need you to tell them that. So sometimes you need to shut the fuck up and not tell them a thing. Let them learn the hard way. If somebody needs to run into the wall and bonk their head and learn the hard way after they've crashed down, don't tell them, hey, look out for the wall. Well, just let them do it. Let them just plow right into it. Because you're wasting your breath on somebody. 9 of Swords, you worry, you have anxiety, you have stress about it. This is all other people's problems. It is like substructure or support, and take this energy that you are investing in, trying to troubleshoot the universe. Let that go. Start troubleshooting yourself. You redirect towards self. I want to see what else goes on. When you do that, what happens? You're allowed to pivot, to move forward, and you do end up resilient from this. This is a lesson that you're getting. It doesn't have to be as painful as a bonk on the head, but it is a lesson that you're getting. And it's a little bit of a tricky one. You're learning how to pivot and to accept what it is, and there is some kind of healing time that will happen where you are learning to detach from those who don't serve or this feels snippy bitchy, I'm sorry, but if there's takers, sometimes those fuckers need to fuck off. Sometimes you gotta screen your calls. It's not like you have to go completely no contact with the whole wide world, but sometimes creating a distance is important, and it feels like you've had people, like you've been dealing with a swarm of mosquitoes. They've been taking, and not giving to you quite enough. You need to give them some distance. Give them some time to ache for you, long for you, miss you, or recognize what they're losing out on when they aren't being reciprocal, okay? All right, now here, this is the structure you should be working, and it flips upright and stands upright strongly, like I showed you with that pen and the chopstick. Stands upright slowly. This is what you're working on. Universe trying to give you something where you understand your own value, you're approachable. Let them approach you, have your mojo. Chin up, tits out, proud, strong, confident, right? You know your value, you know you're worth it. You stand for a minute, you sit for a minute, you be in it. You don't give it away, everyone, oh, prove your worth, oh, do for them. No. You get your energy to yourself. And you do for yourself right now. It is important for you. It's coming through very strongly. High Priestess energy. All this worrying about other people's problems and helping other people and fixing the world is a very good distraction, and you don't have to look within. When you begin to look within, this shifts from something that you're avoiding to something that becomes wisdom. You go, this is the mini hermit and this is the High Priestess, both about big soul growth lessons. You go towards what you long for. You don't stay in what is unsatisfying any longer. And you'll recognize that in the lesser degree in the minor arcana version, so you don't have to have it majorly splat you in the face. Sun card here. Now look, this is trying to stand up tall. You know how I was telling you? This is the structure you're creating. It is like it's standing up tall. The sun, happiest card in the deck, right here. Full illumination this way, full illumination this way. full illumination of the subconscious debris of the past that is perhaps the way you learn to support, the way you learn to do, the way you learn to value, but you're doing it differently now. Keep it simple, baby. Okay. Okay, all right. You will be having the big heart a lot of times. You will have a very big and generous heart. However, you're not the sidekick. You're the Batman. You're the Page of Pentacles. You see something that is the gift. You've acquired the knowledge, the wisdom, the gift, the talent. It is time for you to go be Batman, not Robin. Batman. You're the one. You're not the sidekick energy. All right? You aren't the chick that just comes along. You're the driver of your own destiny here. Big time, big time, big time. And you are resilient. You're not every little wand that's fallen behind you. You're the one that survives, that's still standing strong. If you've had experiences of outcast, black sheep energy that doesn't quite fit, don't worry that you have just learned over time. Don't worry that it's taken some time to learn. That's okay. You're still standing quite strong, quite beautifully strong. Six of Swords, it's asking you to leave the baggage from the past behind. Go towards your own inner peace. It's huge for you. Queen of Swords, cut the shit and suffer no fools, baby. That's what I'm getting. That's what helps this structure stand strong, strong, strong. It's like you're creating this arch over yourself. A protected arch that's come over time. You've learned these lessons well enough. You've paid your dues well enough in this manner. You don't have to keep the record on repeat on this. Maybe they don't know what records do. Old lady talking here. The vinyl records, the old ones, if you put the needle in there and it scratched, it would scratch, or it would get in this groove and it would play the music, right? And the groove, if you're in that groove, in that groove, in that groove, in the Akashic deck, they have one called being in the karmic trench. It's like you've been in that too long. It's time to get out. Lift the needle out of that, put it on a different track, or change the record. That's what I got.
Woo!
Yeah, beautiful. This is the Doodle deck. Simple, but potent. And I would recommend this to anyone that likes tarot. Anyone, beginner, advanced, whatever. I didn't come across this deck until 28 plus years down the road. It hadn't been invented when I started tarot. This is a fabulous deck. The art speaks well enough. It gets it. It captures it well enough. Beautiful.
And it gives the explanations, right?
Yeah, and if you want the keywords, whether it's the reversals or the uprights, this is a good learning deck. Would you get this one and put it by the Pamela Coleman Smith? I probably would. Would it replace the Pamela Coleman Smith? Probably not. But it's got enough of it right in a very good way. Like Eight of Cups. You don't see the red cloak on that figure, but you get it. The High Priestess. You don't get the moon on the crown of Isis. You don't get it on her head, but you've got the triple moon sequence here. So you're getting some of it. But it's definitely, it's worth it. It's worth it. I think it's pretty fabulous. So, and it's fun. And sometimes learning tarot, you just need to remember the fun of learning, the fun of the different ways the story can be told. The fun of the different ways we can learn the lessons.
Woo!
Yeah.
She said, I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
You are so
Angie
welcome.
on point.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, that's beautiful energy for you. Really beautiful. So I love that.
Lisa put, remember when records would skip and get stuck?
Yeah.
Do that again. Yes, there we go. Oh, what was that? That was cool. All right. Got a little gift go on, Ange. No, I didn't record that.
Okay,
Take it
good.
easy.
I thought he recorded. Yeah,
Oh.
it's like if I die before he dies, we're going to have to Thelma and Louise and die at the same time. Because otherwise he's going to have too much blackmail of me going, doing stupid faces all the time. She loves those. Okay.
All right.
What's next, baby?
Let's see. All right, blessedly flawed.
Okay,
So
perfect.
that was a
Blessedly
great.
flawed.
No, that's not who's next.
No, that's the
That
name.
was a great deck. That deck. It's
I
a
think
great
it
deck.
is. I think it is. Blessedly Flawed is a great name. I love it. I love it. That's good.
Okay, next up is Bon
Okay.
or Charlotte.
Okay.
Blind Read. She said, "Hi, Angie, blessedly flawed."
Hi. Okay. All right.
Shay, you're on deck, and then Wendy. List closing at the top of the hour, so we're getting yes to the point of last call.
These are coming up. we have the Mystic Shaman, Avalon, and Sarah Marchetti's, I think it's Legacy of the Divine Oracle, something like that. Going here for the shaman, what's the lesson? We're going in the blind. You need to know the spiritual homework that you've got for the next month. This is your spiritual homework. So let's see, take a look. Then we'll get clarifications from this. A parting of the veil is coming through. And as I say this, I'm thinking, here we've got the Avalon, and we've got the mist, and the parting of the veil comes through. It's like that it has been ripped, lightning torn asunder, flash, curtains thrown aside. This is lightning. This is inspiration. Boom, boom, boom. Strikes the earth, the fire starts. There's more illumination, more light coming forward. Once this parting of the veil comes, once this getting beyond that space comes, it's like things open up. Fire is there, inspired to walk the beauty way, to walk the beauty path, to see the beauty in everything around you. It's like you have to survive the storm of whatever this is, or allow the rain, the lightning that falls, allow the disruption that has been there to be something that helps fuel your spark, that helps nurture your spark going forward. This is a big damn deal for you right now. Big, big, big. It's important for you to see what's going on, and this is going to fuel, and you walk the beauty way. There's an appreciation for change, transformation coming up. Big, big, big. This is what's the homework for you right now. Everything that feels like a lightning strike, everything that feels like divine knowledge will come through clear and intensely. It's not going to be, well, was I supposed to know this? No, it will be clear. Like when you're a little kid and you play with the outlets and you like get shocked, or you like, I want to touch the electric fence and see if it really is, and you lick your finger and zap. It's like, yeah, it's going to be clear. Be mindful, be careful. You don't necessarily have to do it that way, but that's what's coming through. Can she see this well enough?
Yeah, you can kind of, right there, right there.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to Avalon. We're in this space now. The curtain has gone. What does she need to know? Moving through the mist. You haven't quite got there yet. There's been strikes around. The storm has been around. Moving through the mist. We've got the eyes of beauty, the beauty way, and fire here, and the fire prince here. The chess queen. This is positive expectations and clarity. What did I say here? This is saying optimism and also aggression. It's not a gentle thing. It's that strikes here. The chess queen. This is a woman who thinks very much more like a logical point of view that some people aspect with the masculine, but it is actually a feminine attribute that the masculine kind of hijacked. You are thinking in a way that is logical, trust and strategizing, caring for self all along the way as well, understanding your own beauty, understanding your own power. The priestesses of Avalon were left to their own device, not so much because although they were sometimes feared, not so much because that they couldn't figure things out or whatever, but when somebody is walking in their beauty way, in their soul path, in their spiritual path, and they're on their path, there is a sacredness to it that clears debris out of the way, clears the energy of nonsense out of the way. You need to be walking this path that clears nonsense. If it's not essential to your soul, if it isn't going to answer your highest self, your highest judgment, your highest calling, it must not be upon your path. If it gets in your path, intrudes upon your way, you must clear the debris out of your path in a way that is very, very aggressive for self. Huge, beautiful. Show her these. Yeah, you will be continuing the path. Very much leading towards your own path here. Towards your own other sacred self coming through. A meeting of the higher self coming through. Leaving behind something that is felt like familiar, that no longer serves, leaving behind a shadow lesson that has been outgrown. Quite interesting. And for a time, tick, 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 and for a time, tick, 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 for a time, tick, 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 complete, done, moving, 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 moving. Very much like the time has come, the time has come. There you are, threading the eye of the needle. Look at you go. stripped down and away from all the pretense and all the distractions and chaos. The magician or the fool sits in their own space and honors their own sacred rebirth. Now the creative mind is set free. Now all of these talents and gifts that are to be added and restored to you can be added in a way that they can be managed, that they can be known, that they can be recognized and added upon. Be mindful of the masks that you wear around others. How much you feel you can reveal of yourself. You'll know when you need to be a little bit more cautious, but more and more you're going to be uncomfortable wearing the mask, uncomfortable playing any games that don't serve your truer self. Be mindful of this. This is something that is being reconstructed, rebirthed. There's a time and a season to this going forward. Tick, 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 leaving something behind. Lucy is here. When you walk the beauty way, you walk in gratitude for even the thorns that cause your feet to bleed. You continue the walk, you continue the walk. The thorns that cause the feet to bleed are not meant to stay forever in your foot. You rest, you stop, you pause, you take the thorn, remove the thorn. Honor the feet that have carried you thus far. You won't sit there forever weeping or crying, but yet you'll restore what needs restored and take your step again, step again, step again, step further into the depth, into what seems like it might be hidden, shrouded, scary, deep, a little bit torture, treacherous. I don't know the word she's trying to get. You're walking through the briar patch in order to get to what is difficult for you. The mists that part for you are not just ethereal, airy. You've been through some struggles, some trials. You've been through some trials. Keep walking forward, keep walking forward. There will be a meeting of the mind and the soul coming forward. You will call to yourself and you will answer back and the heart will complete. That's what I've got for you. That's complete.
Ooh.
Okay, thanks, Lucy. Yeah. The guides are in the house and they like the space. The others are here. They're just kind of sitting observing. It's very interesting. Nell has been a little bit more quiet these days, which is just fine. And Lucy's presence is needed to be here. She's a more calming presence. There's been a little bit of astrological disruption of late, and Lucy wants the calm here. She wants to inspire and activate and call us to bring this calm presence forward more, and this lighter presence, and no more of this chaos. Not that Nell is straight chaos. Nell is playful energy, but the calm needs to be emphasized more. It's why she's showing up more today. That's what I've got. Wow, gorgeous energy. Beautiful. Okay.
Whoa.
That's a blind reading, folks. Hopefully that's making some sense to you.
All right. Thank you so much. Amazing. So good.
You are welcome. You are so welcome. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous. All right.
All right. Doing good?
Doing good.
All right. We have 5.
Okay.
5 to go.
Okay.
All right. We had about 12 minutes to get on the list. Last call.
And then I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We'll see.
We have lunch with my daughter.
Oh, that's why. We have lunch with the daughter. And maybe our son too. So we'll see.
Yes.
So we'll see.
But you'll be back Saturday, you think?
Friday or Saturday, not sure which.
Okay.
Not sure which.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll keep you posted.
I'll probably do a blurb. See you on this day, but yeah.
All right. Next up is Shay. Mini read, love read. Wendy, you're on deck.
Okay, Shay, give me a second. Really? We've got the Dark Woods, and I don't know why we've got the Dark Woods. For Shay, mini read, love read. This is a good deck. I have 3 of these, and it is a good deck. It's differently illustrated, but love read. Dark Woods. What are you navigating, Shay? Okay, I'm getting the stupid Winnie the Pooh song, Deep in the 100-Acre Wood, where Christopher Robin played, and it's like, she's not in that wood. And it's like you think you're in this wood where it's like tra-la-la-la light, but you're navigating some different energy. difficult energy. You're navigating something much trickier than that. So don't give yourself this Winnie the Pooh thinking. Don't give yourself this simple-mindedness, and that's not meant to be insulting. It's just the one read where I said keep it simple. You're in a complicated place. You need to be aware of what is shadow energy around you and what is other people's shadow energy around you. Five of Pentacles. This is the wood you're in. You're coming out and navigating it like a cold wood, and you're having to really, really go by your own inner guidance, your own inner light. The Hermit card is coming up strongly, strongly coming through. Just give me a second. We're navigating a mini Tilda here, and then I'm going to get a second deck. Hang on. I want a second to go into here. Hang on. There we go. All right. Same deck, second deck. I want to see what's going on because this is like the premise of it right here. I want to see what's following this. It is like it's like a treble and bass clef going on. Soprano and bass, right? That's what we got going on. So this is very, very musical references going on for you. What's causing the shrill high note? An overbearing strength, and it's like sometimes you're sitting with a snake and the snake can be totally charmed by you. Other times you're charmed by the snake. So who's zooming who is what's coming up here. You need to be very, very mindful. If somebody is a snake, they're a snake. Believe them. They're going to bite you, right? Okay, following the pattern. Matching the harmony, matching the harmonic, matching the pattern here. Again, treble and bass. Treble and bass, and if you want to put it as in feminine and masculine, whatever. Conscious, subconscious, same. You get it. You got it. Okay. Five of Swords, Four of Cups. Somebody that's meh, not that into you, isn't going to bring you huge kinds of things that you like. Somebody that meh is going to reject every gift that you bring forward. It just adds insult to injury. Don't waste your time. Limiting beliefs when you're offering a good offering and they can't see it, it's not good. Limiting beliefs that they're the only person you can bring your offering to. No. You're in the company of fellow travelers who are still also learning some of these similar lessons. Doesn't mean you need to continue traveling with them. Taking the head off the snake is an important thing. Dismantling a system that doesn't work and watching for the traps of the past that used to get you really quick. You don't have to be falling into those traps anymore. The Empress energy here. Loving this. Look at her. Holy smokes. She's coming up with the Six of Cups. This is the traps of the past, of the nostalgic thinking and the rose-colored glasses. You know better. You know you are the Empress. She is the Queen of Queens. She is going to demand what she needs and take what she needs and ask for what she needs and have it served on a golden platter. Now we have strength here, strength here. This is the strength. Once you recognize your Empress energy, this is huge for you. Eight of Wands here. Eight of Swords here. You're switching out this limiting belief for new activity, new speedier activity, for throwing things out and being receptive to things that serve rather than buying into old shit. Love this for you. Six of Wands, victory here in the high. Seven of Coins here. It's going to take a little bit of time.
So I guess I get it.
This is falling asleep for a while. This is like working. It's also giving me time frame. What I'm getting here is about 5 months out. So this is feeling like perhaps September, maybe a little bit beyond there. But working, planting the seeds and then falling asleep in the pumpkin patch while the harvest is coming in. And it's not because you're shouldn't sleep, it's just resting when you need rest. You've done the things that you need to do. Anything else she needs to know? Hey!
Oops, sorry.
How do you harmonize this? You are really carving a new channel for self. It's when when a note floats, if you hear those singing competitions and the note floats so good, or they move from a certain, there's a name for a certain kind of move that can almost bring a chill to the body or tears to your eyes because the shift is so gracefully done. It feels like a grace note. The Five of Swords here. The reflection, I'm sorry, it's the Two of Swords here. The reflection of what was. The choice will be made. The emotional stuff and the ghoulies around, you will be able to discern. The grace note is discernment that gets. Will you show her this? You'll have had enough time to reflect on something. It will be time for the blindfold to come off. The blindfold is here and the 8 here. Let's see what else adds to that grace note. Oh, you'll let it end. You'll let the transformation happen. You're going to learn to fly. You'll really be ready to stretch your wings after you've rested here. That's what's coming through. The grace note says you'll be ready for flight. You'll hear that soar. You'll hear that float. You will have traveled in the grounded way long enough, holding enough illumination, doing things to let go of things that cause you stress, offering to those who are receptive rather than offering to just whoever. You'll be more discerning in that way. And then the grace note and the float there, I love that. Anything else on that? There's something about don't be afraid, little one. It's coming through in its own time. This is a time for you to just explore on your own terms. You don't have to race through the forest with the lantern held so high. You can go through the forest softly, softly, dear. Softly, softly. You hold the lantern, you take the next step. You hold the lantern, you take the next step. It is sufficient. That's what I've got. That's Lucy again. Sorry, guys. Usually I tell her, but she...
Love the fall and definitely working hard.
Yeah. You don't have to go faster than you have strength to do is what Lucy's getting at. So that's what I've got. You've got enough light and enough illumination. Your soul growth is happening. Very, very beautiful. When you're ready for flight, it will come with ease. It's like you will ride the wind so gently. I love it. That's what I've got. That's complete. Lovely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful energy.
And I feel like I get messages through music, love music shows, and singing.
Yeah, yeah. Start listening to the harmonics and start paying attention to the harmonics. And particularly when there's a triple harmonic going on. It's not just a duet, but a trio. A trio, yeah. When there's trios and trios of harmonics, it's trying to clue you in. Pay attention to which part of that harmony that you're listening to. I don't know why, but that's what's come through. Beautiful.
Okey
Love it
doke.
for you. All right. That's what we got.
All right. Are you doing okay still?
Yep.
We have 6 on the list.
Okay. It's a good
6
day.
on the list. 3 minutes to get on the list if you would like to get on the list. And her next show is either Friday or Saturday.
Might be more likely Saturday is what I'm thinking. So
All right.
I think
Right,
Laura
we're-
might be over on Friday, and I'm not sure the time frame.
Yeah,
of
we're
that.
still putting together our new house.
Yeah. So my
So-
one friend Laura, she speaks building like I speak tarot. So we put together this little end table thing. We got one done, but it's like, okay, all right. So she said she'd be willing to come over and do some help and help me again on Friday. I'm not sure what the time schedule is looking like, but that's, I think, what's going on. So Saturday would be the show. So, okay.
All right. And Shay put that's a really beautiful deck.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and it's the dark wood, and I have 3 of them. And it's kind of a little bit haunted kind of a feeling to the deck. It's great. So, yeah.
Okie
Thank
doke. All right.
Right.
Ready?
Mhm.
Wendy, blind read.
Ooh.
Krista, you're on deck.
Wendy, blind read.
Is this her real page? Spiritual. Yes, this is her real
I hope
page.
so. I'm on it.
Yeah, there's a ton of people that are, of course, knocking Angie off.
A ton of people knocking lots of tarot readers off. So, but okay, Wendy, we're going in the blind read. Wendy,
Shay said, "Thank you so much."
you're welcome, honey. We've got the Star Codes, which is a deck that I don't break out all the time. I think this is the Chakra Wisdom and this is the Healing Light. And I don't know what we're going in for these for, but these are the ones that are calling. Big, big, big. Prismatic light, prismatic light. It's all the colors here and all the colors in here. This rainbow prismatic, like if you see the prism of rainbow colors in oil after rain, that kind of thing, you're being asked to look for prismatic light. Ooh, lots of storminess that has come in. Loss, grief, and expression that needs to be let out, released, let go, let go. It's like grief that has kicked the teeth in too much. And then there's a lie that you can't release it to move forward. But it feels like this is coming in as lies and loss and grieving of a past thing that the heart needs to let this go. It's like a sliver in a wound and a sliver in the heart, a shard in the heart, like ice shard to the heart is like, whoa. Something that has hurt your heart, like think 3 of Swords imagery, really a hard one. The grief needs to be expressed, to be honored. Then you can rage, then you can cry till your nose is snotty. It doesn't matter, but you've got to acknowledge what this is and not fool yourself into thinking everything is fine, tra la la la, because it will block your heart and your throat chakra. And sometimes people get colds or sick when this happens. Happens a lot of times. When people are stuck inside and there's too much repression going on, often in winter, but this is a time for release. Let spring come to your heart again. Really, really tricky, tricky time for you. Let the light shine through you again. You've carried too much heaviness. Pluto's rebirth. The axes are turning. Give me a second. Show her this, and then I want this card back. Got it. Okay. This is something about dialing it in, flipping it, flipping it, flipping it. It's 3 revolutions of something, dialing it in, adjusting from a different point of view. It feels almost like a Reiki session wouldn't hurt you. It feels like light language session wouldn't hurt you, but adjusting and dialing it in and all of these axes, it's just a realignment. It's a slight tilt. Okay, all right, yes, okay. All right, so I have a clock that looks like this, and it has axes. It's got kind of like the steampunk vibe, and it's got these wheels, right? These loops that are axes. And it always tilted and always tilted. And I had my friend over, and I said, this thing always leans forward. I don't know what it needs to do to fix. And I had tried to fix it by weighting the back where the battery of the clock would go in, weighting the back, and didn't do it. What did my friend do? She tightened a screw on the side and fixed. I had not thought to do that. It was the simplest thing, but I didn't think outside the loops. Think outside the loops. Tighten the alignment of something. That will help. I don't know what that's about, but there needs to be a realignment, a rehealing, a retightening, a coming back to self that is important for you. Very important for you. That's what's going on. Pluto digs up everything, drives through the trenches and throws everything. It just needs... If you have a screw loose, you need to tighten the screw. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Pisces. Sensitize. You may have sensitivities in other areas that have thrown you a little bit for a loop, and it's not because you're being overly sensitive. If you're a highly sensitive person, you're a highly sensitive person. It's okay to recognize that and not have it throw you for a loop every time. It's okay to recognize that your own sensitivity needs to be what is acknowledged and calibrated towards. We need one more from here. Saturn, structure. You won't like me telling you this. I don't give a shit if you like me telling you this or not. Structure is something that's going to serve you. Look at the loops here. Look at the loops here. This is only a portion of it. There are external structures, external things that you can do that help give structure to not just your day, but also your year. And the things that you use as markers that help you keep in alignment. The things that you know you can do that will add up over time, that create structure and create a protective structure around you. There is something that if you would spend a little bit more time in the liminal space, calling in the angelic forces of light, the star beings of light, whoever it is that is your protective. We all have guardian angels. We all have spirit guides. We all have this crew, this council that's here to help us on our path. They're behind the scenes. We sometimes feel them there. We sometimes don't feel them there. We all have the angels and ancestors around. Call them in a little bit more. Rely on them a little more. It will help solidify the structure around you and help when the highly sensitive parts of you get a little bit, maybe a little bit trigger happy, a little bit triggered, that they won't get triggered or as pain as easy. They call in the protective light around you. Whether you're calling in Michael or Metatron, doesn't matter. Whether you're calling in Grandpa Joe, Guardian Angel Ted, doesn't matter. Call on them. Call them in. It's important for you. Okay. What else do we have? The vitality of the heart will return again. This is the affirmation. It says, I'm a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body, and every one of my cells regenerates. I don't know what it is. Just hold it for the star code. I'm not really concerned so much about the message. I'll read it to you, but it's more the imagery on these that I want you to see. The being true, I'm true to myself and others. Remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am. I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with power of love and truth. Hold that one for a while. Then we're returning to the green. And then goodness. Again, I'm getting this imagery of peacock feathers, and you need to allow them to fan. I got it when I fanned these cards. When I put them on the table, I quit riffling and started fanning, and I need to fan. It's like you need to let the peacock feathers of what you have, who you are becoming, let them show. Shimmy a bit. Let the fan be seen. This is overcoming the imperfections. Polish your character and feed on the positive. Feed on the positive is huge. That's huge. It says, thus I free myself and allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support and understanding and love myself and others. You need to feed on the positive. This is the big thing for you. This is like feed on the positive. Anything that is good, anything that feeds your creative spark, that gives you more light, you need to have. It will help restore the vitality. This is what's happening. This is what you're going towards. This is huge for you. Give me that. Thank you. Sorry, that was a really bossy. Yeah. Sorry. This is what's going on. This green that's coming through here, this alignment, and then the fan. Allowing yourself to stretch, to spread your feathers a bit is good. Very, very good. And it's going to help you move forward. It's going to help open this up for you as well. That's what I'm getting. That's complete. Gorgeous. Holy smokes. That's what I got for you, hon.
Woo.
Absolutely a stunner of a read. Yeah, it's not you're that much out of whack. You just had a little bit of a screw loose that needs tightened and you didn't know. You were trying to balance it in a different way. I've had that experience recently, like when that happened, it was like so much like, really, Ange? That's what it was? And that's what it was. Yeah. That's what I got.
All right.
Yeah.
She said, perfect, thank you.
You are so welcome. Gorgeous energy. Gorgeous energy. The shard or the sliver in the heart, allow whatever that is to be, when you remove that, allow it to be removed. And if it's still a little bit there later down the road, it will be significantly lesser. So whatever that grieving is about, it will be significantly lesser down the road. Don't know what it's about. But you'll know. You'll know when you know. Okay.
Okie doke. All right, next up we have Krista.
Okay, Krista.
Blind read.
Blind read.
Michelle, you're on deck. Wendy said, okay, and I do.
Okay. Krista, your blind read, we're going into what is the Steampunk Oracle way in the back. And I don't know why we're going here. This is the Lenormand, Steampunk Lenormand. We're going into this. I don't know why we're going here. These are a version of the Lenormand that is very literal, but I keep it with my Oracle and my blind Oracle because I like it so much. The backs and the fronts makes me think of a nursery, like a little boy's nursery in 1970s. The Hummel figurines also come to mind. Don't know what that's about. Wooden horses like that would be decorative in a child's nursery. I don't know what that's about. It's an era, a time past, something to do with the 70s. Very interesting.
She said, I had steampunk last time too.
Yeah, there must be something about that for you. Okay. And this is a different kind of... This one's gone off the rails. In Lenormand, when you're reading, you'll have a line of 5 or a line of 7. And this one's gone off the rails, so we're going to read this as 3. And then we're going to read these in conjunction, and we'll put a 4th with it. But we've got the fish, the bouquet, and then this one is the snake. Now, this one came up upside down. It's a hidden snake. So let me take a minute with this. There's abundance of beautiful flattery around you, an abundance of beautiful things that flatter you, but something that is, somebody that's telling you flattery, flattery, and offering gifts is offering false gifts. Just a minute. Somebody's telling you a lot of what you want to hear, and it's always nice to hear, but they know how to manipulate you through this, and I would not allow this any further. The snake is coming through strong. When I'm throwing bones, if I get a snake and hinge, it's because they can slither, and it's not steady and not certain. This is what I was drawn to for you as an oracle, but it's reading strongly Lenormand, so we're just letting the Lenormand through. The fish, an abundance of flattery that is somehow misleading to you, does not serve you. Now I want these here. This is the line that will come with the 5. We'll put one here, we'll have the 5. So 357, 357. Something to do with the career. The fox is coming in here. This can do with career, craftiness, cleverness coming through. This is like where you need to be clever. The fox needs to outsmart the snake, okay? Let's see what else we got going on here. And there's so much going on in this. It might be tricky for the eyes to take in. So if you can show her these cards, because there is a lot going on.
Okay, that one's way out of shot.
I know it is.
Okay.
I know it is. Show her these 3 first, because this is the first line. The fox is more thematic for you. So yeah, we can do Lenormand, folks, just so you know. the burden and the choice at the crossroads is here. There's a choice that's coming. There's a choice that's coming. A message is coming towards you. We've got the cross and the rider and then the ship. And a little bit of travel might be coming. Just give me a second to read this. Why does this not want to be? It's the key, but it wants to be read more as a telescope. It's like you got the hand on the key. His hand is reaching up and it wants to be held differently. After the travel, you hold the key. It feels like you're getting a message, something about travel, and then you'll hold the key. But what I'm getting isn't in this picture. I'm getting a telescope, like think old school pirate telescope. If the key is going to be showing you something that's on the horizon, this is the key. It's important information that you get when you have traveled, when your mind travels, or when this message takes you and carries you traveling. The telescope isn't in here. It's not, this is the key. It's like, all right, gotcha. But I'm getting telescope for whatever. So that's what's coming through.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now let's see what we've got here. These want to step away from Lenormand. We've got this and it's coming in key, as in key information in your sights, in the telescope. And then a mechanized thing of time coming through. And this is coming through in a way that is the scythe, is the Wheel of Fortune, and is also the number 7 coming through to me. It's this arm of time, something through July is coming through. This is be crafty and clever in what you're doing. Be mindful of your travel before July. Be mindful of what's going on. Be mindful of what's flattering, and what's coming in through here. And we're getting a little bit here. Now I want to go into another deck for you. And the Fox is about career. There's something about your career path will be changing. This isn't where I thought we'd go, but we're going. There's a period of illumination that wants to come forward before you make this choice to go to this geographic travel. And this is geographic travel that goes when we see the messenger and the ship coming through. The antechamber of apathy. Or of apathy? I think it's apathy. I have no idea what apathy is. I don't know if it's a typo, but I'm getting apathy, the antechamber of apathy. Whatever it is that is in your heart that says, I don't care and I'm feeling a little meh, somebody's a little meh. Whatever they're telling you, it's flattery is also a little bit meh. Be mindful who's around you that is not invested in you. Just because they're around you doesn't mean they're in your corner.
I'm looking to get into my spiritual gifts as a career.
Yeah. This traveling is important for you. It's important in that regard. There's some exploration that needs to be done. There's something coming through, and I would say something about mid-May that's going to be informative for you, information for you. Do some journaling and homework and writing and get some ideas to the page. Don't be locked or wed to these ideas. They're meant to help spring you or lead you deeper into where this venue is going for you. This is the Fox career. You're being clever. You're being crafty. I get this and I'm like, okay, it's mid-May, but not the 13th. Feels like the 14th. Look over here. The Fox is number 14. By May 14th, you're going to have far more insight and information on this. What else? You're traveling and navigating through somehow through the lonely wood a little bit in what you're doing. It's okay to navigate that. Twilight Nocturne. You know, the darkest before the dawn kind of phrase. It's the truth. It's the truth of the thing. But you're still in this space where it's not quite dawn for you. Prepare yourself as you're diving into the deeps of the subconscious. And then the Twilight Debutante. And then you come out dressed, ready to go. Ready to be announced, so to speak. Anything else?
Yes, that makes sense.
You're going to get innuendo. And sometimes we think of innuendo just in the terms of, you know, kind of the naughty joke or whatever. But this is innuendo. This is implied things that you're learning that might have double meaning for you. The Twilight Debutante, one that comes in at the dawn of the new day. And then there it is, something very, very new, something very, very mysterious coming through. And something more implied than what you knew is coming forward for you. That's what I'm getting. You're going to have to do some discovery. Anything else from here? Final word for the fox. What does the fox say? An annoying song, but hey, what does the fox say? What does your heart say? What is the career path that you're going towards? Big change that has legs on it. The stork comes through. Big change, birthing something new. It has legs to it. It's going to have reach to it. Yeah, you're lengthening your stride. You're doing something that's a little bit more leggy. It's going to require more of you. Require you to stretch in a certain way. To navigate skillfully like the fox, but also to stretch. Really, really beautiful. And it's requiring change. That's what I've got. If you've got too many of the flatterers whispering in your ear, let them be put to the side and look to your soul's truth deeper, deeper, deeper into this twilight zone, this twilight area where it's dark, dark, and you're mining the depths of your own heart. That's what I've got. That's complete.
Woo!
Yeah, gorgeous. Who knew these would want to operate together? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Gorgeous. So yeah, and something about that nursery reference in the beginning, I don't know what that is about. I don't know if that's like a children's book or what that would have that kind of imagery. But that's what I'm getting. You're not in the 100-acre wood. Okay. That's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah. There is some crossover, some resonance. If somebody's getting a reading and it resonates for somebody else, that frequently happens with tarot readers in general. Because whatever's trying to present through, maybe somebody's not asking the question, they haven't formed it in their heart, or it's just a phrase that might land on somebody else's, and it's like, okay, whatever is meant to resonate for you, you'll know.
That was kind of my room when I was little, the wooden horse and everything.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
This is why I just get out of the way, even though it makes no sense to me. I try to get out of the way and let the message through, because it's not about me. It's about what I can get through to you, and you guys will know. You'll know.
All right. Absolutely awesome. As always, Angie, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks so much.
Okay, Michelle is next up.
All right.
Year ahead read. Deneen, you're on deck.
Your head read Soul Spark. I think this is called the Soul Spark Tarot, but this is a knockoff version. I didn't realize it. I might have to get it because I think that it has more foil on this than the original. Your head read from Michelle. What's jumping? What's jumping? All right, we're in April, May, June. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. C is for cookie. Why? I don't know. January, C is for cookie. What the heck is that about? January, February, March. Then back to April. Ha! 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 Okay. Love it. This is weird. Usually I'll start here or I'll start here. I don't usually get Cookie Monster. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me coming through. But it's coming through in January really, really big. This is like a song of joy and delight and having satisfaction in January. So satisfied that it's going to be like your review of the year is huge. It's like you finally got your hands wrapped around the treat that you wanted all this time. I don't know why it's coming in this way, but it is. You've got the Fool here crossing the star. Hopes and dreams and a little bit of time of healing and then setting off to the new adventure. That's the theme of this year. If you had the hour hand and the minute hand, it would look like this. Okay? All right. You want to show her?
Sure.
Okay. Then we're going to start in January. Although we're in April, we're going to start in January because it came through such abruptly. Such like, C is for cookie. I don't know, guys. I really don't. It's like, okay, all right. Get out of the way, Ange. Let it happen. All right. The Four of Cups. See, now this Four of Cups I love in this deck. It's different than the usual Four of Cups. The usual Four of Cups, they're pouting under the tree. They're like this. They're not going to see the cup that's over here. This little fucker's looking right at the cup going, yeah, I want that. I want that. That's mine now. I'm getting that. That is for me. Those are my gifts. I'm going to go get it. So they're no longer rejecting what's been offered. They can see what the offering is, and they're no longer boredom and apathy. They've done enough of the navel gazing, internal meditation, blah, 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 go out and grab it. This is what you're reflecting. Now, let's see what else we've got coming up here. There's the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the King of Cups. You're going to calmly go grab and juggle whatever it takes from January forward. What's happening all before that? I've got to know. Okay, all right. C is for cookie right here. We got it. Got it. You're going to have the big cookie. It's like you're gathering ingredients. What? Why you're getting the baking stuff? I don't know. Okay. You're gathering the ingredients. This is the time that it's ready. This is when if we're still in the cookie metaphor, you're ready to throw things in the oven here in November and December. You're really ready. You're still being very selective about something in November. The time of choosing comes in December, looking downward. April, May, June. This is the time of choosing now. So you're just like 6.5, 7.5 months out from being very clear about a choice, very strategic about a choice. You're at the impetus moment now. The inspired, grabbing the wand, really grabbing the bull by the horns and going for it. April, Three of Pentacles. You're still working hard. People are seeing you working. Continue doing what it is that's your gift. Continue honoring it. You've got the Three of Pentacles here and the Empress energy here. Honor what it is you're trying to create. It's important for you in April and May. Keep creating it. Keep being in your skill set, in your wheelhouse. Keep being in it. It's important for you. June is when you're grabbing hold of the bull by the horns a little bit more. July, the King of Pentacles coming in. You've been doing this for a while. Stocking up. And then this. King of Pentacles coming in. Huge. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is closer to the Empress to me. And the King of Pentacles is the one that's like, show me your plan and I'll back your play. That kind of energy is coming through in July for you. August, we've got the Temperance card. You're going to need to cool down some of the heat going on. This is, you're going to need to apply water. Apply emotional, spiritual salve. S-A-L-V-E. Salve. Like a bee sting needs salve. Okay? That's what. Apply a little bit of a cooling salve. I don't know what that's about. That's what's coming through with the Temperance card here in August. September, Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something. So maybe something got a little bit overheated or a little bit too intense. You're learning what it is you need and what it is you don't, and you're walking towards something a little differently. This is when it starts getting really good. Really good. Like you've gathered the ingredients. You're ready. Queen of Pentacles in the house here. Loving this. This is something that's also in their pre-pack. Look for vintage. This is September here, October here. Look for vintage. Look for things in color of like a dusty rose, old vintage rose things. Look for them. It will be in books. A book. Yeah, I'm getting vintage rose, vintage time, old vintage time lesson in the book. That's what I'm getting coming through. I don't know what this is about. This is October time for you. Look for something. It's going to be in a book of. I'm getting a book of roses. I don't know what this is about. Show her this image in case it helps her. Like screenshot that or whatever. I don't know what that's about. No idea. It will help you gather something. It's like, it could be an old vintage roses. It's almost even like, it could be a book or a recipe index or something like this that's going forward. It's old, it's vintage. I don't know whose or what this is. This is something that is old. It will be in a written format for you. How lucky is that? And it's like a gifted thing, an inherited gifted thing. Pragmatic in the baking, back into the baking and in the pantry and back on our way to C is for cookie. You will have gathered what it is for the ingredients. You'll be ready to go forward. Seven of Swords there, King of Swords there. Going forward, this is November, December. You're getting more and more clear. You're going briefly into the land of nostalgia, October, November, December. So in the holiday time, you might be a little bit nostalgic. Who isn't? That's not very helpful. Why is this coming through again? You're going to get some ancestor hits, some ancestor energy coming through and helping you through this holiday season coming forward for like Halloween to Christmas time. This is where Halloween to Christmas time hits in this year ahead spread. And you're going to get some of the ancestor hits coming through there. I'm not sure what that's about. And there's an old feminine name coming through. This is very much old feminine names. Don't know what that's about. You'll know what that's about. You'll know who in your family line. All I'm getting is there's this kind of rose energy coming through, very, very feminine, old, ancestral, vintage type of energy coming through for you. Okay, back to C is for cookie. Over here, you've got this. You'll look back, you've got it. Now what's going to happen in February and March? Let's see what's going on here. Next February, you're going to have to make some choices. March, now this is interesting. We have the Five of Cups, and this person is just sitting here for a minute. It's not like they're overly locked. They are already pivoted and turned towards the new future. Will you show this? You've made the choice. You've already pivoted towards the new future. Then you have the Page of Swords, ready to go, ready to be on your way to travel and navigate whatever it must be navigated. You will have witnessed and observed, and you're ready to move forward. The old space that you used to do your thinking, the old space you used to sit in, you will have outgrown. It's no longer suitable, and it's not the end of the world at all. You're just ready for new adventure. What's going on here? Old battles no longer serve. The Page of Swords witnesses the old battle. It no longer serves. You walk a new path towards the bigger gift by April next year. That's what's going on. So whatever you're doing in preparation, you're healing and setting off to the new adventure, and you're at the very preliminary right now. And then your path will, it's like almost like a fork in the road. There's no way you can get to that fork in the road without traveling the road you're on now. There's no way to get the recipe or the secret ingredients or all of the C is for cookie before January, because it's meant to come in January. So you cannot race yourself any further. You can't like turbocharge and be done. I wish we could turbocharge and be done, but there's something to be savored in the experience as you walk your path this time. Very differently. As you grab hold of this in June, you grab hold of it, and it's very, very good for you. There's a connection made right here. This is you grabbing in the way that she grabbed. Now look at this. We've got Empress again, the Divine Feminine coming in. Look at how strongly she's holding this above her head. Whether it's the Ankh, I don't know, or the wand, I don't know. Feels like she's grabbing what is going to be grabbed in June. You're grabbing hold of what it is in your own Divine Feminine right. And it's referencing an ancestor who's helping gently push you towards something.
There's something I have to learn, apparently.
Yeah. That's what I've got. And it's something that you have to learn in this life that you probably already knew in a past life, and this ancestor probably already knew too. It's very, very connected in here. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. I love it for you. I don't know what it's all about, but you're well on your way already. Wow. This might be a dormant talent that you thought maybe you were done with or you wouldn't want to pursue. I'd pursue it. That's what I got. Gorgeous. Yeah, it doesn't usually spin out that way, but that time it did. So, okay. Gorgeous. Love it. Wow. Yeah, and these are great, guys. These are a really beautiful, fun deck to work with. Really fun. Even though the imagery is kind of more modern, still fabulous feeling on these cards. Just saying.
So thank you. I know what it's about. Yes, second guessing my choices.
Yeah. No. Understand that there is some ancestral help, and step into what feels right in your heart. Is this right in your heart? Would your great-great-grandmother help you with this? Absolutely. Would some of your ancestors want you to step forward and step bravely into this? Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, wonderful. Okay.
And all right. And Aaron put like that 4 of Cups.
Yeah. That whole deck is full of magic. Go figure, right?
Okie doke. And Michelle put awesome.
Yeah, good.
All right, Deneen.
Okay, Deneen.
Deneen is up for a blind read. And Julie, you're on deck. 3 to go.
Deneen's a great name. I think my sister's in-law has a Deneen in their family. So yeah, my sister is named Stephanie. So if she's your sister-in-law, Deneen, hi. But if you're another Deneen, it's a great name. What kind of read are we doing? Sorry.
Blind read.
Blind read. Easy.
Thanks. I'm named after my mom.
Awesome. Okay, we're going here. Easy. There's a roundness coming through. It's like a roundness on a note, a very full and round note, not shrill and not affected and not no, a roundness, a fullness to the note, a fullness to the musicality coming through. There's a wholeness coming through. Beautiful, beautiful, full, whole, round type of sound. Beautiful, beautiful sound. Like when opera singers do a float note and it's not shrill, but it's beautiful, that kind of sound. It's coming through all around you. It's like the environment that you're sitting in. We have getting to know each other. We have speaking the language of love. And then we have do something for someone. This is offering your gift and offering a little bit of shelter in a different kind of a way. This is 3 separate situations. These 2 are more closely linked than this. These 2 are very closely linked. This is something else that is more individual than a pair of doing, but it's you. This is a random act of kindness that you do. This is by your choosing. When you see the need, you will address the need and it will be significant. You'll know it's significant. You'll know. It's more than just paying it forward in the line at McDonald's. It's something else, a random act of kindness where your intercession matters deeply, and you'll know it. You'll know it because you feel the nudge that strongly. You'll be like, is that really the nudge? And you'll do it. Just know that it will be felt very deeply. The other side will appreciate it. You won't know always how long that impact will be, but you'll know the necessity of it at the time. Yeah. You're honoring spirit, listening to spirit more and more and more, and it really is beautiful. There's a huge amount of lushness around you right now. Very, very lush. Soul mating and soul family coming in strongly, strongly. A pairing. Something that is reconstituted isn't right, but like almost like a reset and a nourishing of something that's been a little bit dry for a while. Soul family and variance coming in. I want this right here, and then I'll get to this one again in a minute. Give me a moment. Can this be seen well yet, honey? I'll have to flip these in a minute.
Yeah, you can see them.
The variance comes here. We've got soul mating and family. Now, when we honor our heart's gifts and we honor each other, we're wrapped in each other's energy in love and in joy, and in such a way that it is a very giving and receiving, yielding to each other in a way that is just so easy and smooth. There's flow there. There's openness. It very much is honey energy, honey energy, the soulmating energy. It does feel like this getting to know this honey energy again. A resetting, a rewatering, a renourishing of something. The soul family. This is a lesson in love that has been perhaps crystallized like honey when it gets hard and you have to like microwave it. It's hard to microwave it and the softness returns, and it feels like there's been difficulty enough that something feels like crystallized, calcified. Something's gotten hard, a little bit too hard, but the honey comes in a little bit, it warms up again and it gets fluid again. It's getting in that flow again. That's the best I can tell you. There is something coming in that wants to create more flow, more ease, and more sweetness for you going forward. I'm not sure what it's about. That's what it feels like. The variance. There's an external thing that changes. There's something that is a signature running through it. An energetic signature of something running through it. Show her this card. It's in here in the soul family, and it's the energetic signature running through. And in variance, it's a signature. It's almost as if you learn to, like when you're learning to write or whatever, you first learn how you want to sign your name, and then over time your signature changes. This is also such as it is with relationships. There's something about, it's not exactly what you thought it was to begin with, but it has changed a little bit, but yet it is still there. That signature is there. The honey is still there, an energetic signature is there. All right, and then paying it forward, this pay it forward type of energy over here. Let's take a look at this because I'm going to look a little deeper on this. When you have enough that you can give and pay it forward and you're not caught up in overly romantic notions, be they about romantic partners or just, a little bit too pie in the sky thinking. And when you're in this, I have enough, I can share, I have enough. When you share, you get more, that kind of variance coming in. That's going to be leading into this one really strongly. What else do we got here? There's one more here, one more there. Okay, all right. You're creating space for something new to open, opening a new portal, opening up a new session. Again, the honey's coming through, but opening up a new sense of sweetness for self, new understanding of what you create space for, and allowing things to move through rather than having the channel be limited, opening the channel more. Yeah, the word is channel. Opening the channel more. I don't know what that's about. This is turn on your heart light, and I see that and think E.T. song all the time. If you're of a certain age, you're going to think that. This is really turning that on and is opening it up again. And there's so much illuminated heart over here. Very, very interesting. The honeyed heart, the sweetness of the heart. Show her this with that message. Really beautiful. It's in one area and it can't help but open up the other areas. Help create more space, more peace in other relations in your life. Really, and a restoration in certain things that perhaps have gone a little wonky. A little bit of restoration. Love endures. Love doesn't give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. It's like if you've had a falling out or a relationship where there's, you know, the prodigal returns type of energy. This feels like a relationship that perhaps has been maybe not even at odds but distant is returning with a little more sweetness now. There's another season coming, another opening for that to happen for you. I don't know what that's about. I don't know who that is with, whether the soulmate is just in reference to romance. It feels like it is not. It feels like there is other kindred spirit soulmate. It's not just a romantic partner, that there is a reconnect that's important. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. It's like you've learned enough to give respect and honor the path that they have walked. You haven't walked exactly in each other's shoes, but you've walked close enough with each other, and there's still quite a bit of love that abides there. That's what I've got. That's complete. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love it. Yeah, absolutely. And this is Josephine Wallard. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And I got these from Crystal, and this is I think it's Whispers of Healing. There's like Whispers of Nature, or I get the names of her decks, but thank you, Crystal. I have 4 of them, and they're gorgeous. So yeah. I couldn't tell you which one was my favorite because I love her work, and you just get lost in it. So.
Okie dokie. Wow.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Said resonating. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. You are so welcome. All right. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay.
All right. Julie, I see you. Thanks for letting me know you're here. You are next.
Okay. Let's back further. Further. A little bit of water for me, and then we can keep going.
Got 3 more, Ange.
Okay.
You're okay?
Mm-hmm. I might sound a little funny, but that's okay. That's just the vocal cords. I've got to find my singer's spray, guys. That is magic stuff for vocal cords. If you sing or talk a lot, that stuff is magic. It tastes like, but it's magic. Okay.
All right, Julie's a blind read.
Julie, blind read.
Emily, you're next up.
Not so blind as you think. We've got Deborah Blake's Tarot here, Everyday Witch Tarot, and Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch Oracle here. I'm being called to read both of these for you, so we will see what's going on. I'm not sure why. Bookends, bookends. We've got bookends. Okay, all right. Blind reading. Now this is a blended read when you're blending Oracle and Tarot, and that's a-okay to do. Once you know Tarot, great. Oracle doesn't have the same structure as Tarot does, but this is the same artist and same energy about it, and I think you'll love it. Everyday Witch. Doing the daily grind and finding the magic in just the daily things. Steph, Intuitive Sea, Tarot by the Sea, Intuitive Seer. She has stuff about how we do magic in our daily realm, whether we're cleaning or doing different things. If you're not following her, go follow her. Go follow her. Bookend. Bookend. And I'm getting an X marks the spot, and I think I just need this. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. This is where you're shifting your perspective about what you're doing in your work. An X marks the spot. It's the sweet spot. A new perspective is coming in and how you're seeing it. This is the crux of the situation. If you think of bookends on the shelf and all the books in the middle, all the good information is in the middle, even though it's hidden in the pages. It's hidden. It might be even overpowered by these bookends. The bookends of time, past, future, bookending, squashing in the middle, work, new evaluation, new way of looking at it, new perspective. There needs to be a go with the flow. There needs to be a time where you can sigh, relax, and take a minute to breathe and move forward. Tears of joy and sadness. Time to move forward. No more carrying the old baggage any further. time to let the flow happen and joy happen. There is something that is second nature to you that you are meant to be doing, continue doing. There is another something that's second nature to you that you need to realign your perspective with and start doing again. I'm getting Play-Doh, Salto Play-Doh, not, you know when we have Play-Doh and the brand Play-Doh you find at the store. I'm also getting the Salto that you can make from scratch. You can make Play-Doh for yourself or for your kids, that kind of thing. But something about the smushing this and shaping of a thing. I'm getting it, and it can't be the manufactured kind. Play-Doh is the brand name. But you want the clay, the molding clay, the shaping and sculpting that you're doing in your life, and things that you can get your hands in and squish around. That's important. I don't know what that is. It's like you can get bread from the store, it's sliced already done, or you can knead the bread dough. You need to get your hands in the squishy business right here. I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. That's what I'm just getting it really, really sunshine yellow Play-Doh or bread dough. You need to get your hands and squish some of that shit. I don't know why. It's important for you. Okay, what do we got here? Affirmation for healing heart. There's a way of connecting through this. When you feel worked over, not looked over, but when you feel worked over, like the universe has done a little bit of a number and it's been too tricky and too painful, you feel like you've been the dough or silly puttied or mushed and mushed and mushed. You need to be the one that is the master of the dough, the one that sculpts and shapes your own life now. This stuff here is up to you to create, to sculpt, to shape how you intend to. Meditation for clarity. There is a time to sit by the water's edge, but then there's the time to float and let the water carry you. Knowing full well you're in charge of creating. You can be carried for a little bit without letting life roll you over or steamroll you. This is past, this is future. We've got air, magic, knowledge, and wisdom. You might want to write a little bit about this, but not a ton. It's more about breathing that sigh of relief that will let the transmuting energy happen. You need to do something that gets you in the rhythm of breathing a sigh of relief and moving forward. Sun and stars, you'll be able to see a little bit more. Earlier on, we did something and somebody had, this was the scope that I was seeing, and the scope in that read was in place of the key. So something about doing this and letting that be the case, I think is also going to be a key for you. The scope and the key are coming in together today. That's very unusual, but that's what I'm getting. Sun and stars, where are you aligning your vision to? Where are you looking? Affirmations for growth. Again, getting the squishy. This is like getting your hands in the soil, repotting plants, that kind of thing. I mean, really, seriously, getting your hands in the squish is what you have to do. It helps you get grounded. I have no idea if you're into gardening or Play-Doh or baking bread. I have no idea. But you'll know it has to be the squish of your own hands to create this. Your own choice, your own determination. And then you're following your dreams big time. And it's like you're finally allowed to break free, break free. Anything else on this? Sweet spot, sweet spot. It has to be in your own hands. There's no... I'll show her this. There's just no other way to do it. This is coming in. This is Oracle. Now, the Two of Pentacles requires juggling, and it might feel like money, blah, blah, blah. But we're reading an Oracle reading here. We're blending them both. And this is, you got to get your hands on your gifts and play with things some. And really enjoy it. You got to get your hands dirty to do what needs to be done. You got to get the squishy goodness and this feeling. It's going to get you connected again, where you've been a little bit less than connected. That's complete. Wow. Wow. That's beautiful. Very, very tactile reading. That's what I got. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. If you're into plants or repotting plants, I have no idea. Wild. That's what came through. And it's the everyday kind of thing that's important for you. Okay.
Okay, Angie.
Yeah.
That's how I've been.
Okay. Good. Good. Hopefully that makes sense, because it's like, when I'm getting Play-Doh and Clay-Doh references, it's like, just get out of the way.
What is Clay-Doh?
You're clearly a kickstand. A mom that's of a certain age would have tried to make Play-Doh or Clay-Doh for her kids. You can make it with your kids, and it's like, you make Play-Doh, you can bake Christmas ornaments out of salt dough. It's like a Play-Doh. It's like, you know, you have potter's clay that's really fancy for pottery, or you have Play-Doh for like kindergartners and it has that distinct smell, or you look up a recipe on Pinterest or, with some other mother's group and you're like, let's make our own. That's what it is.
All right. And she said, thanks.
Yeah. Flour, salt, I don't know what else. I mean,
Lisa said, amazing. I'm outside planting.
oh, yeah. Good.
Erin
yeah.
said, we used to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right
we have
on.
2 more to go.
Okay. Cool.
Next up, we have Emily.
Okay, Emily.
Emily is a mini read.
Okay.
Pablo's intentions. Do I help him? What to do for our best interests?
We're going to the madhouse for you.
Erin, next up,
Pablo's
last read.
intentions. Pablo's intentions. What do you do for your best outcome? This wants to be read like a sentence, and this is going to be weird because it's the Madhouse Tarot, so give me just a second. It's hard to discern what's going on. This guy has the scope like we were just mentioning, and it kicks out this way. Look at how he's looking. This is a madhouse right now. You don't have clear parameters. You're not even in a clear forest right now. And this is like trying to get the scope on the outside view when you're stuck in a skyscraper. You don't know what's going on if you're just looking at the wall. You're looking at something in a myopic way. It doesn't serve. All right, here we go. The intentions are to move forward, but your head is a non-straight. It's like aspirational. Walking towards something new is something that is the intention. There needs to be more excitement going on. It feels like walking towards excitement that's unknown is what Pablo is wanting or longing for. The strength is to go forward gently, lead gently, lead gently. Somebody feels like they're losing their head or a part of their self in what's going on. There is a preparation to sacrifice if it feels like the connection is right. If one person tries to take over, the connection will not feel right. It will create a wall. It's like somebody wants to look beyond, look for the big adventure outside the building structure, and the other person like, look, it's right here. You can't see anything with that blocked. There's a dancing that needs to be done, and it is a bit of a dance that's going on. Oh, the babies, oh, the darlings. He does not need a parent. Will you show some of these cards? He does not need a parent. The dancing needs to be done. The joy needs to be brought back. He does not need a parent. So this is not something that you get to control is what I'm saying. This is not something that needs to be controlled. It needs to be experienced. That is the joy. The joy is in the experience, not in the control of the experience. And there needs to be both of you on the same page, and you're not. You've got the King of Cups and Queen of Cups. The King of Cups is a little bit distanced right now. He is the compassionate king, and the Queen very much knows about something of the past, and the heartache of the past is influenced a little strongly. It's watering down the experience of what is there. If you're not on the same page, can't get on the same page, it may be time to switch the partner. Let's see what's going on going forward. There needs to be getting out, and if you need to control what gets nourished and measured and what can grow again, then that's what you can control, and you can only handle and control so many things. You have limited control. It might drive you fucking bonkers, but you are only in charge of certain things. He is in charge of his certain things. You're in charge of your own assignment. Wheel of Fortune, there will be a change, and there will be a change. It's almost like you can't stare a hole into the wall, but after a while of staring at that wall, staring at that wall, staring at the wall, eventually you realize, okay, I need to stare at something else. And you'll either see the wall tumble down, or you'll find a way out. You will learn to navigate a new way and a new path. Look at this. Staring at the wall too damn long because you want a different outcome. It's like you put yourself in a timeout corner rather than navigating outside of what you think is going on. This means put yourself out there. Reach out to others besides just him. And I'm not saying date everybody and their dog. I'm saying cultivate the relationships that exist around you besides him. That means mothers, brothers, sisters, friends. Soul family relationships need cultivation too. You can control what you can control for you. You never can control another. When we understand that fully and start letting go and let them kind of do their own thing, it's surprising how much joy comes back to us so fast. This is what's going on here. The moon. This is for a period of time you're going to have to walk with limited light. The moon and the hermit. Limited light, limited light. And then 9 of Coins. Huge, huge, huge. Huge return. on learning to do this. And it's a tricky one. It really, really is tricky. It's like, you want this. Please give me this. Please give me this. Wishing for this. Please give me this. Please give me this. Wishing for this. Wishing for this. And like, if you just take the candle and navigate outside that room, you find more joy. It feels like perhaps a parallel path, but not on the same page, if that makes any sense at all. Anything else she needs to know regarding the Pablo situation? You are not the plaything. He is not the plaything. You're not each other's toys. You're individual people, damn it. You're individual people. If you want to dance together, dance together. But he is not your doll to do whatever. And nor are you. You're not meant to be each other's version of you. You are meant to be your version of you. He is meant to be his version of him. Then you can dance together. Then it comes together again when there is more of an allowing going on.
We have kids that make sense. We are divorcing.
Yeah, and it might be just fine. It might be just fine. You'll still be dancing, and you might still have interactions that you have to deal, based on how old the kids are. But it doesn't mean that it's wrong or that it wasn't part of the dance. I have my kids through my ex. Love of my life is sitting right across from me. That's how it played out. That's how it was meant to play out. I don't always know the answers why, and trying to understand will boggle my brain forever on certain things. I don't have time to try and figure out why it didn't go this way or why it didn't go that way. Be lost in my own limitation of understanding right now. I'm only, just a young whippersnapper of 54. I'm just a kid. I've only been here for a short span of time. By the time I'm 90, I might be like, I was so silly in my 50s. I'm in my 50s now, and I think, in my 30s, what did I know? That kind of thing. So if you don't understand, allow yourself to be okay with that. That's all right, too.
She said, we aren't terrible.
You aren't what?
Terrible.
Yeah, no. It feels like you do know how to dance. It feels like you do know how to get the sweetness out of there. So yeah, that's good.
But I needed to know I am not going to take care of him.
You're not supposed to parent this guy. And if he has some hard lessons on growing the fuck up and he's acting like a Peter Pan syndrome idiot kid, he'll grow the fuck up eventually. It's not your job to parent this guy, so that's okay. So that's what we got. And does it feel a little like the Madhouse? The Madhouse deck is disturbingly beautiful because it teaches in an unusual way, but it does kind of have its own way of making sense in Tarot Land. So that's what we've got.
Woo.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. And do take some time for you, honey. If you're going through this right now and it is challenging, take some time for you where you can get a breath just by yourself, because in this type of situation for you, it might be you're not even getting a moment to pee alone, or the phone is going to ring and it's just too much stress. Just take some time to just go around the corner in your car, and whether you need to cry or whether you need to just yell or just take a minute to listen to your favorite song or whatever, do take a little bit more time for you. It will help the rest of the day be calibrated a little better. And sometimes we put ourselves on the very bottom of the list, and then it's like by the end of the day, we're just too exhausted to take time for ourselves. So take a little smidge where you can, okay, honey? That's what I got.
All right. Thanks. Things I needed to hear today. Thank you.
You are so, so welcome. No problem. Put this over here, too. Okay.
Okay, last read.
Okay, last read, guys. Last read.
Aaron, full read, spiritual read.
Ooh. Full read, spiritual read for Aaron. Really? Okay.
Emily put, you're great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, for Aaron, we've got the Crow Tarot here, and it's the Roy Crow. It's not the Culhane crows. These are a little bit darker, darker in the energy. This is interesting for the spiritual read. Okay. We're getting the birds circling like the carrion birds, circling like the ravens, like the crows picking at the dead bones. This is sometimes vulture energy that comes through also. This is nothing is lost, nothing is wasted. We're doing a spiral. Why? I don't know. Pause right now, 1 second. There's something that is feels unjust, unfair. It feels like a little bit of a ripoff, and it might be raging and causing you a little bit of grief. It is not that it isn't unfair, but if you get lost in the raging against whatever it is, then you lose more of yourself than you need to lose right now. Be careful. This is the point of where you're at right now. There's a little bit of a wounded anger that, whether it's addressed or not addressed, you'll feel it, and it's going to feel pretty intense. There's something about it that feels more intense or bigger, larger than it actually is. It needs to be honored, but not swamp you. You don't need to wallow in it to see it, to honor it. You need to acknowledge it, but not be drowned or overcome or overtaken by it. So feel it fully, but don't get stuck in it. This is like a wailing woman, like Lorna. Strange energy there. Strange energy. These are reading very, very oracle. I don't know why they are, but they are reading in such a manner that is oracle. A little bit off path, a little bit skewed and tweaked. It's so tightly here, and then it's tweaked, and it wants to go out this way. I don't have table space to go out there, but it wants to go out further, so I'm going to bring this in tighter. Empress energy. It's almost like it's shaking free. When you spin something and water spins off, or something spins off of it, is what I'm getting. We want to go clear to here, and that's where it stops. Very odd. It's like parts, chapters. Yeah, a return to time where you understand you do have the choice, you do have the decision of who you partner with, how you move, how your next steps are being taken. It's so tightly wound in here, and then it loosens up and spins off. Here we have the Two of Wands coming through, and this is very much, the world is in your hand. You look at what's in your hand and look at, is there life out there? How do you combine those two? And it feels like you're forever imprisoned and entrapped, when really the world has been in your hand the whole time. The power is in your hand the whole time. Let's look through this. Navigating. There's riding the beast of death in a really unusual way, and trotting over something that is old path death energy. This is not, it won't allow me to go into a linear fashion. You're being able to jump back and forth from this point, and this point, when you rest, when you actually get the rest and the self-care that you need, you're much more powerfully aligned with what will be balanced and just for you coming forward. Sure, these. This is what's happening after the Wailing Woman. You need the time for the Wailing Woman, that is for sure. Then you need the time where you take things and move forward, and where you have the ability to collaborate, to work together, to see team, to see support, to feel support yet once again. Leaving the baggage behind is important for you. If you only are stuck in the Wailing Woman, you'll be stuck there. You won't want to turn. You can't see what's around the next corner, nor would you want to at this point. It might freak you out. It might feel too big. It doesn't have to feel so big. There's cemetery energy in this spread. There's cemetery energy in this. If you go, and this is going to sound a little bit creepy, wacky, weird, I don't care. If you go to any cemetery in any town and you see the dates and you honor those dates, or recognize the life that was led and where we all end up in time. We all have a short time on the planet, then we end up dead and we're on to the next adventure. That's the nature of life. We all are working against our expiration date at some point. But there is something profound about being in a cemetery, going there, whether your ancestors lay there or it's just your local, or if it's a smaller town, even better, because you see unusual names, you see family groupings, you see unusual things there. And there's a way that you can connect with those who have passed on. And it's just, if you go into a designated space up there, it opens a little bit of connection for you, whether it's your ancestors or your guides or whatever. There's something about cemeteries that is sacred for you in an unusual way. Some people are creeped out by cemeteries all the time. There's something about there, if you walk by and you just see the beauty in the headstone, or beauty in the surroundings, or where maybe something's overgrown, or where maybe something's well taken care of. There's cemetery energy in there. And we started this out with the vulture and the bones and nothing being wasted. It's almost like you could tap in and tune in to a random headstone. Trippy as it sounds. You could tune in and maybe you see Adrian Basil Fosbiter was a name I saw on a gravestone. It was such an unusual name. I was like, what? And it's almost like you would walk by Adrian Basil Fosbinder and you'd be like, oh, I know what this person's all about. Yeah, you would have a download pop here and there. Start walking the cemeteries. It's a great meditation. It's great where you get peace and quiet. You won't be disturbed, and if you need to connect with your ancestors, it won't matter which area of country you're in. It's the way that you walk it with a reverence that honors that allows this to open for you. Very wild. Beautiful, beautiful. Change of perspective when you walk that.
I've heard that. I love cemeteries. They are peaceful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's where your spiritual gift is walking among the peace of those who've gone before. And it's like, it's not so much the history will be revealed, the Akashic record will be opened more to you. That's beautiful. Wow. A lot of people would wish for that gifting. That's what's coming in. Then you go through these chunks, you go through these chapters, you go through these verses and see. You ride there, you ride like, you've been connected with cemeteries before and in times past for a long time. You ride easily there. It's like, it doesn't creep you out at all. There's much information to be gained there for you. We have the Eight of Wands, much information. It's like a grouping of crows. What do they call them? A murder of crows or whatever. They're all just chat, 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 chat. You hear it. You hear it. You'll know. There's things that are revealed. Seven of Cups, very different. The Reaper reveals the story. When you get in cemetery energy, you're really, really honoring eternities of time. Honoring a span of time bigger than what you would know. Really interesting. It's why you had to have the shadow deck, because this is where you go to honor things, where you tune in and connect. Other people might go to a chapel or a church or a garden. You go to the cemetery and you feel it. Now, caution on this one. Don't go where there's been too much, like you wouldn't want to go to the fields of Gettysburg or anything like that. You wouldn't want to go to anything where it's a historic tour of a jailhouse. No, that's tricky. That's too much energy. But in a cemetery where it is peaceful, where the dead have been laid to rest, excuse me, I swallowed wrong. Where the dead have been laid to rest, so to speak, it's where you actually find rest of your soul too, because you have known many lives and you have walked these before. I don't know if you were in attendance of one or whether you became familiar with death early on in multiple lives gone by. You'll know more than I do on this as you walk it. The Akashic will unfold.
Understandable.
You've got the Empress here. Again, little Lorna's coming through on the Empress. The one who brings forth life and the one who wails at loss and sorrow. They aren't so very different. They understand each other quite well. Empress energy is allowing a creative gift, allowing a thinning of the veil, so to speak, for you. Huge. And honoring what might scare others, and you look at it with awe and wonder of how far people have come and how much we layer in. And the miracle of life is something that you clearly understand when you're in these sacred places. Going forward. What do we have here? We have the crow and the mouse, or the crow and the rat, and the find what you find. It's going to level up your discernment. You'll be stealthy and wise. Don't spend too much time there. You'll know what is just enough time. If you go into one that feels like the energy is a little bit disrupted, step back and revisit on a different day, or step to another one. Because you'll be fine-tuning your energy and your sense of discernment. Very wild. Okay. Just know, if it feels like, step back. Not every cemetery is for every living person. That's just how it is. Not every cemetery is for every single person to visit. Certain cemeteries are for certain people to visit. Here we're getting in the stone of note, the headstone of note. It's coming in, and this is giving me obelisk, or the very strongly, the rich people usually have these really big headstones and whatever. Look for one that's a strong stone. Not quite obelisk. Might be a cross. Might be just a big angel. The strong, tall stone. There's something there that is a hint for you. I don't know what it's about. Could be a strong, tall angel. It feels like not the flat gravestone, the standing one, and it feels like it's at least 3.5 feet tall. I don't know what that's about. You need to look for that. It will help you clarify something that's been a mystery for a long time, and it will open up a mystery to you. It will be revealed. The shadow of the raven work will be revealed. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, this is something you're going to get to know, and this is something you may or may not share with others, but the shadow of the raven work will be revealed. You will know, you will be remembering, and you will know why this kind of shadow work, the raven work, the crow work, whatever it is, you will know why this shadow work is so important to you. You will know. And you can be very much, when the plague, the bubonic plague hit Europe, you were there. You were among the dead. You were very much trying to help save people, help keep people alive, and you were able to travel in and among. It was like you would know to have thieves' oil or whatever it was with you. You would know. It didn't freak you out there either. You knew how to be very, very reverent and honor what had happened. So because you know this now, it will help you be able to honor and move forward and beyond the trauma now and the things that perplex you. Again, this is almost coming in more vulture than crow. Was this a waste of time? Because you don't see what is there, and you will see resources where you didn't see them before. You will see where the curves turn. This is what you'll see. And again, you will understand the world in your hand a little bit with new eyes. That's what I've got. That's complete. I do not know what that's all about. That is wacky as wacky gets. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Are you the crypt keeper? No. But do you understand the importance of death? Absolutely. It's like doctors that birth babies aren't the only doctors that celebrate life. There's also death doulas that also help people in their hospice care or in their dying days. And you understand the preciousness of it all throughout. You very rarely take things for granted, and you know how to go deeper into your soul and into what is karmic lessons in a really deep, deep way. This is something about yourself that you need to honor, because more of the field that wants to open and layer things, you'll be able to share wisdom, to share lifetimes worth of wisdom with others at certain intervals that will serve them well. That's what I've got.
I've been told about being a death doula and things.
If this is my little crypt keeper, if you are gifted in the way of honoring people in their last moments, if you do have that kind of gifting with you that helps them release the earth experience and the human experience there and now and move towards their next experience beyond the human one, it's a beautiful gift, and it's a very, very sacred calling. So if you have this with you, it might not be that you go and be a death doula and work in the nursing homes. It might be you just help people pass at different intervals. There might be 1 or 2 souls that you help, or there might be many that you're helping influence. It might be you know somebody that has a family member passing, and the way that you impart wisdom to the ones that will be left behind would be helpful as well. So don't shortchange yourself on this in any way at all. It's very, very beautiful. Not everyone is gifted in this way. You are meant to do this. You are meant to share the wisdom you have. There is profoundness in those cemeteries for you. There is sacredness in the way that you understand the connection of life and death and the eternities. And it is beautiful. Don't discount it one bit.
It makes sense.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
And what deck is that?
This is, I think, the Crow Tarot, and I think it's ROI. And it's very gothic, beautiful, beautiful. But it's, yeah, you would probably groove on this and probably teach you more than it ever taught me. I don't often dip into this one because it is kind of dark. It's great for Halloween. It's great for, but it's also got a serious temper to it.
Erin put, thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay.
All right, that is it.
All right.
List is
that is
clear.
it for today.
All right, so you're going to make a content saying when you're going to be back, or?
I'll probably post the content. I think it's going to be probably more likely Saturday than Friday, but I'm not 1,000% sure. I'm like 80% sure it would be Saturday around 11 versus Friday.
All right, that's 11 Utah time.
Yep, 11 Mountain Standard
All
Time,
right.
and I'm going to connect with my friend Erin Lamore once I get a chance to chat with her.
Good deal. All right, thanks,
All right.
Kim. Thanks, Steph. Thanks,
Thank
Chad.
you, everyone. Thank you so, so much.
Yes, thank you, guys.
I love this. Thank you for letting me do tarot with you today.
All
It's
right,
fabulous.
Angie, we'll probably see you Saturday. I will see you in a week.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great rest of the
Take
day.
care.
Love you guys. See ya.
Love you. Bye-bye.